like to, before I get into the body of my lecture, read a poem for you. I normally don't read poems, but this was just so good. I got to read this one. You want to hear a poem at the African Poetry Theater? Here where culture is a weapon. All right? The poem is called, the poem is by Tayimbe Jess. And the poem is, when niggas love revolution like they love the bulls. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, youth will wear red, black, and green patches over the emblems on their starter jackets. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, brothers will gather regularly at barber shops and corner stops to discuss George Jackson and to discuss the handbook of revolutionary warfare and people's war before they go home to take care of their children each night. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, playground basketball courts will become paramilitary training grounds where we learn to shoot guns at the enemy and not baskets for bets. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will spend hours and hours watching our children grow into soldiers and not basketball players. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will know CIA stats, FBI stats, infant mortality stats, police brutality stats, political prisoners and prisoners of war, and literacy training techniques like we know Paxson's shoe size, or Shaq's shoe size, or the way we know Rodman or Pippen's rebounds, or Grant's salary, and all the intimate details of Michael's last gambling spree. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will be able to ask any youth on the street, who is Sundiata Acoli? Who is Assata Shakur? Who is Sekou Odinga? Who is Ruchell McGee and Jonathan Jackson? You will be able to ask, who is Matula Shakur? Who is Queen Mother Moore? And they will be able to tell you without skipping a beat. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will go on to ask them about Michael Jordan, and they will say, who? When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, masses of us will go down to tear up Carolina coroner and his office to find out what really happened to James Jordan instead of waiting on the word of newspapers and sheriff's offices. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will show up in Washington, D.C. with the Million Man March with our God and with our guns. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, they will start to seriously wonder why one Negro putting a brown ball through a white net makes more money in one season than they will make in an entire lifetime, and do something about it. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will see Phil Jackson running up and down an empty court minutes before game time screaming, where are my niggas? Where are my niggas? Where are my niggas? As the niggas leave the stadium to go build liberation schools in their community. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, all niggas will refuse to shoot ball with the president with or without their dashikis on. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, will become associated with the sound that CIA agents, snitches, rats, and agent provocateurs who join our organizations and work against the legitimate aspirations of our people who yearn to breathe free, drug dealers and others will make when they are thrown gracefully face first into open manholes. Whoosh. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, Nike will no longer be able to sell $160 basketball shoes in the black community because we would rather spend the money on liberation and revolution. Thank you. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, they will love it more than chitlins, more than all my children, more than Jerry Curls, more than permanents, more than Cadillacs and Mercedes-Benz and Rolls-Royces and BMWs, cause when niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, when niggas love their family like they love the bulls, when niggas love their children like they love the bulls, when niggas love to be free like they love the bulls, when niggas love struggle like they love the bulls, when niggas love dignity like they love the bulls, when niggas love niggers like they love the bulls, we will become black people and all the bullshit will hit the fan.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Yo, what's going on, Cassidra? Shouts out to my brother Anthony in the chat. How you doing, Cassidra?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Ready for another great live?
Yeah. And listen, Cassidra, we go get to the topic, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't even get to finish what we was talking about last week anyway.
That's all right. We can do it tonight. We can do a part 2, 3, 4, whatever it's gonna take. We trying to wake folk up. It's time. So we getting ready to get into some interesting times for black people. You're gonna either come together or you gonna die.
Yeah. And it is what it is.
Your choice. So, which is it gonna be? Come together or die? Which is it?
Mm-hmm.
Stay with them snow people or come on into the light.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out here that's scared, that's terrified, scared to death.
Terrified of what? Y'all better be saving your money. Getting your own businesses going. You don't have to stay in this country. You stay here because you want to. I told y'all what I'm doing. November, I'm out. November. I'm giving myself to November.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing this live from another country. Trust that.
Facts. Now, consider before somebody come on here crying and you know, complaining. And
well, they can cry. We're going to tell the truth, right? They can cry all they want. We're going to ignore the babies. Grow up. Get ready to hear something new, or you go back over there where you was. You know, this for woke folk. This for people that's ready to wake up or trying to wake up or really wanting to know. We're not trying to change nobody's mind. We're not trying to convince people. Look, it is what it is. You don't believe it, you know, wear if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, then take it off and put it to the side. Seriously. That's how I feel right now. I'm tired of begging black folk, and you know we are at a 911, a crucial 911 right now, and we don't understand that. You want to whine about some things? I'm not here to hear it. I'm not trying to argue with you because I got mine. I'm trying to help you get yours because I know what my future holds, and it ain't gonna be right here in this country because we already know what's going on. If y'all can't see that, then you better be figuring out something else, somewhere else to go. Belize is waiting. You got Aruba. You got Costa Rica, you got Panama. You don't have to stay here. This dude is setting up some stuff, and I'm not for it. So I'll go ahead and argue about it. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm gonna state it and keep moving. Go ahead, forecast.
Yeah, no, facts. I agree with you. And before we get into all of that, you know, I want to do something a little bit productive. But it's gonna kind of go into some of the stuff that we're gonna talk about today. Now I want to start off with some history stuff. Now I'm gonna read some of this stuff, and I want to show you something. All right, so by 1860, there were over 3,000 black slave owners on record. Most were able to buy their loved ones, but were still considered slave owners. There were only a few black slave owners who owned more than 65. In New Orleans, a black woman named C. Richards owned 152 slaves. At one point, she had a large sugar plantation with her son and became the largest slave owner in New Orleans. So black women even inherited slaves and other property from their slave owners. So, all right, in the 1820s, John Carruthers Stanley was the richest black dude in North Carolina. He owned a turpentine plantation with 163 slaves, and he had 2 white overseers, but he used loyal slaves and spies to keep them in line. Now, this black dude was said to be a cruel owner, and his slaves constantly ran away. So he had no problem selling children and separating families, and he held free black people in bondage, even though he could have got kidnapped himself. So, let me see. Try to make this. Let me see.
Burn is what the African Americans helped to build.
It's a bold statement, but one that history bears out. Those helping to build the city represent the largest free black population in our state in the late 1800s. And not just free blacks, but wealthy as well.
Carruthers was actually the wealthiest African American in the 19th century. So from that alone, you could tell that he did very well for himself.
Quite well, almost an understatement for a man born into slavery, but even that wasn't the most intriguing part of John Carruthers Stanley's heritage. History tells us that his father was the man that lived in this house just across the street from the Tryon Palace.
Now, the thing is, right, and see, this is where you put like certain people over and they'll say he was a black dude, but his dad was actually the slave owner, was a white dude, right? You know what I'm saying? So he was brought up, but they would be like, oh, he's a black slave owner. You feel me? Because a lot of times you will put people in certain positions and then it's like black when it's negative, but it's people of color when it's not. You feel me? And it's like not a new thing.
Carruthers was a recognized son of the wealthy and powerful John Wright Stanley and a slave of the Igbo tribe. That kind of recognition was quite uncommon in the 1800s.
No, it really wasn't common, but I guess he was proud of his son, and they petitioned for his freedom.
Despite that freedom and wealth that allowed Carruthers to purchase these properties and buy much of his family out of slavery, it was the matter of who Carruthers' parents were that placed him in a precarious situation, like that of many in the emerging biracial South, their physical features betraying them as only black, their bloodline denying them full benefits of a white person. That was the case with Carruthers and his white half-brother, John Stanley Jr.
John Carruthers Stanley and his brother were able to attend that church with, of course, Carruthers sitting in the back.
All right, so you see that brother there, right? So most cases, black slave owners own their own people, own their loved ones, right? So listen to this one, Cassidra. It was a woman named Dilsey Pope who was a free woman. Now, she loved this dude and she bought the rights to him so they could get married. So she owned her husband and she owned her land and her own house, but she would lease her husband out so that they can make money. So one day she got into an argument with her husband and she sold him to a white neighbor out of spite. So when she calmed down and went to apologize and buy him back, the white neighbor refused to sell him and keep him as their property. Yeah. You ever seen, what you think about that?
I think that's funny. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. So she sold her husband to a white man.
Yeah, her neighbor, a white dude who was her neighbor, because they got in an argument.
The world. What in the world?
And then when she calmed down and tried to buy him back, the white dude, he's like, hell no, I ain't selling you back.
I think that's funny. I'm sorry, but it's funny. Why would you do that? You know what them crackers is. You know, she knew that there was a chance that she wasn't gonna get that man back when she did it.
Yeah. And this one, like, well, I ain't gonna play the video, but this is her, and the woman who sold her husband into slavery.
So she didn't get him back, huh?
No.
You knew there was a. You know what? It just bothers me because we got free, right, and we had our own, right, and then we slapped our ancestors in the face because they set everything up for us. They did. We had our own everything. And then we turned around and said, I don't want that over there because it's not fixed up the way I want to. It's not, brand new. It's not, the school got old books and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? We had continue putting our money toward it, it would have looked better than the white folks. I guarantee you, because that's what we do. So we looked over there at their stuff and said, I don't want this over here, but it was ours. That's just like me owning a home, right? And looking at somebody in an apartment and said, I don't want this house, I want that apartment. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. When you could have just fixed it up and you could have stayed with it and been much happier separated.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. I don't know. I just, when she would do something like that, that's just crazy. I would never no, because that there's a chance that you're not going to get it back. And she didn't. All right. That's crazy. Them devils going to do what they going to do, right? So why would you do that? Okay. That's crazy.
So, check this one. This dude. All right. So it was a young man named Jacob Gaskin or whatever. Jacob was born free because his mom was free, but his father was enslaved. So when Jacob got older, him and his mother saved up enough money and bought his father. But one day Jacob was being scolded and disciplined for his father after misbehaving, and he got so mad that he sold him. So he bragged to others that he sent his dad to work on a Louisiana plantation to learn him some manners.
What the hell? That's crazy. So he sent his dad off.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy. These people. That's not a funny game, seriously, because we saw what happened to 12 years a slave, right? He went to play some music, was free, and they kidnapped him, honey, and he was he almost got beat to death.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine being free and then somebody sell you back into slavery and you like, what in the world is going on here?
Your son sell you.
Your son and your wife. Your son and your wife.
Mm-hmm. So in Kentucky, a black woman, Aunt Fanny Candy something, brought her own freedom and brought her family members, including her husband, who was a drunk. So one day she went to her husband's shop and told him if he didn't get it together, she was going to sell him down the river. And so,
oh wow! So I'm sure she eventually sold him down the river.
Yeah, I don't know, but check this dude out here though. Now it was
people can do all this selling each other and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what you think of right now if black people was in this situation and you get it like people that you get in an argument with y'all, I'm gonna sell your ass. That's the first thing they're gonna threaten. I'm gonna sell your ass. You keep playing with me. You know that's what they're gonna say.
Man, I got a couple people I want to sell. No, I'm kidding. Man, that's crazy. I didn't know people would do that. I'd be scared to play with like that. I would never play like that. Because I don't want to play with nobody's life like that.
No,
selling folk get mad at people and sell folk off.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Now check this dude out though, right? So it was people like Nat Butler, a black slave owner from Maryland. So he convinced slaves to run away and hide in his homes while talking to their slave owners to find out how much they'll pay to get them back. So then once he convinced the person that he helped escape, right? So he'll turn them in and collect the reward.
You got to be kidding.
Yeah, he was like, if the reward wasn't enough, he just sells them to somebody else at a higher price. And so like everybody lost trust for him, like black and white, and most people tried to kill, and like a lot of people tried to kill him or whatever.
I was going to say they should have killed him. They should have got together, killed that man.
So all right, I'm gonna skip some of it because I don't want.
And that's what you have to do. This is the area where black folk need to get, where people treat you wrong and they doing crazy stuff. You need to some people just don't need. They just need to go and disappear. Seriously. Yeah. If we see that you have no morals and you just doing stuff just to be doing stuff and you can't be trusted, we need to say goodbye to you. Have a good life somewhere else.
Yeah.
We need to start checking some behaviors. And that way you will understand that, okay, leave them black folk alone because they we know what to do. We need to get busy.
Yeah. And I'm there's only a little bit left because I was just talking about the black slave owner part, right? So then there were slave owners like William Ellison in South Carolina. So William was the wealthiest, quote unquote, African American and one of the biggest slave owners. His mother was a slave, but his father was a slave owner. So he was a mulatto. Right. So this was often this. All right. So he was accepted and adopted the mentality of his dad, but he was still counted as a black person. So unlike the French, who use mixed race children as the buffer class, in most cases in America, white people disown and enslave their own children. Sometimes they even sold them,
Slept
right?
with them too.
And raped them, right? So many biracial girls and women were sold with black women and to be concubines or fancy girls, and was a status of like, all right, so it's saying how much you made for them. So in Missouri, a 19-year-old enslaved biracial woman, Celia, went to trial for killing her enslaver, Robert Newsom. He bought Celia at the age of 14 to be a concubine and raped her until she was 19. He even had 2 children with her. And when
she was sick of him. Yeah. She was sick of him.
By the time she was 19, she fell in love with listen to this part. When she fell in love with an enslaved man named George. After she was pregnant with her 3rd child, she wasn't sure whose baby it was. So instead of stopping it himself, George threatened to break up with Celia if she kept allowing the white dude to rape her. So instead of him doing something, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave you," instead of, you know.
So he gonna be a coward and tell her to do something. What in the hell? Brother Maurice, welcome.
What up, my brother Maurice? What's going on, my brother?
Oh my God.
So
that's crazy.
So she tried to ask the slave owner's daughter, the white girl, for help, but she didn't help her. So the next time he tried to rape her, she killed him in self-defense and then burned his body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she was arrested and she argued self-defense, but she said a Missouri law gave any woman taken against her will the right to defend herself. Even murder was justified. But the judge ruled against her. He said since she was a slave, the law didn't protect her. And she was found guilty and hung, and she was executed by hanging in 1855. So it's another one about a woman named Celia, who was the first black woman on record to be executed in Florida by hanging. So during her trial, let me see. It was something that the law said here that I wanted to show you.
That's crazy.
Well, basically, he was saying the law said that there was nothing. All right. Okay. So, all right. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm reading through it too fast. But so let me get to this last one. All right. So there was all right, so there was a dude named he was another biracial dude named April Ellison, and he changed his name to William Ellison. And so he had skills like blacksmithing and made enough money to buy his freedom. So after buying his freedom at the age of 26, all right, he changed his name. He started his own cotton gin business and owned 63 slaves, making him the largest mixed race slave owner in South Carolina. When the Civil War broke out, he pledged allegiance to the Confederacy. He offered his slaves. He offered to use his slaves and his crops and plantation for the Confederate Army, but he was denied because even though he was mixed, they still called him a Negro. And so yeah, but I'm missing the part. All right, so here you go. And this was the lady named Celia in Florida to get so the judge, Thomas Douglas, the jury recommended clemency for her. Right, so he said, oh shit, I don't know, I messed that up, but I just want to show you because they was like, I'll just show you the law part. So this is the whole part with the Confederacy.
Those flags joined in foolish.
So
Foolish. History actually tells us a lot about the Confederacy, its values, monuments, and what it means to support them. In his landmark 1861 Cornerstone speech, Confederate Vice President Alexander Stephens argued abolitionists who believed in racial equality were simply wrong. Quote, "Our new government is founded upon exactly the opposite idea. Its
said our government is founded on the opposite idea.
foundations are laid, its cornerstone rests upon the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man, that slavery's subordination to the superior race is his natural and normal condition. This, our new government, is the first in the history of the world, based upon this great physical, philosophical, and moral truth."
Now, that was him saying like that was a Confederate dude saying that. So what you think about that, Cassidra?
Hold on, I was reading the chat. Maurice had a question. How could black people own slaves in the South?
Well, if you
Was that the South or where was it?
yeah, South Carolina. Like if you read the like all the stuff, they'll say black slave owners, but they always specify South Carolina because that's one of the few states. Most states made black people who was free leave the area. But most times when they talk about black people owning slaves, that's what I was trying to say. Like most times it's the people that they love, but even the black slave owners was not actually black. They was mulattoes who was the children of slave owners, and they believed that they were white. You know what I'm saying? So when they was trying to do the same thing, but of course when they got around, you know, Neanderthals, they won't accept it. But most of the time, like when they say black slave owners, they was like mixed, and those was the very few ones that got accepted by the white parent or whatever. You know?
They probably were passing anyway, you know, so they looked white. Right. So that's probably what it was. You know, I just can't see a straight up black person owning slaves back in that day. You know, but like you said, it was you know family members, but still.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. It's always gonna be some straight sellout and some coons, and
always
it's gonna be a black person that do own slaves. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, I found out, Fergus, a lot of people are sellouts in their own culture. Like you know, look at these immigrants and stuff, how they voted for Trump, knowing what he was gonna do, and then the other ones voted for Biden. You see what I'm saying? So I think in every culture there's sellouts. It's not just in black culture.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you said what Donald Trump can't change history, but
no, yeah. Listen to what the dude said, who was
foolish. History actually tells us a lot about the Confederacy, its values, monuments, and what it means to support them. In his landmark 1861 Cornerstone speech, Confederate Vice President Alexander Stephens argued abolitionists who believed in racial equality were simply wrong. Quote, "Our new government is founded upon exactly the opposite idea. Its foundations are laid, its cornerstone rests upon the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man, that slavery's subordination to the superior race is his natural and normal condition. This, our new government, is the first in the history of the world, based upon this great physical, philosophical, and moral truth."
So what you think about that, Cassandra?
You know what? What can you say to stupid? What can you say to that? What can you say to that? That's just stupidity. You know, it's just there's nothing you can say. Sometimes you hear people say stuff and you just be like, whatever. You just don't even have a comment. I just don't have a comment. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Some stuff just don't deserve a comment.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna always believe what they believe. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. They're gonna gaslight and they're gonna see it's just the way they look at stuff. And we don't look at the stuff the same way they look at it. We just don't. Because they'll see something totally different and you look at them like, how did you get that out of what we just saw? But that's their mindset. That's a demonic mindset. And if people understood who these people really were, you'll understand that a lot of what they say is coming straight from hell because it's coming from their daddy.
Facts. So. Yeah, and Maury said we should say white looking instead of, well, that's why I say mulatto. So, you know, because I don't go with the whole one drop, because that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they historically have always used the coons and the other groups of people to be your representative and say this means black, you know what I'm saying? Because if I would have kept going, I was talking about the one drop rule thing that it comes with that, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I be saying you know, mixed race people, so y'all don't get offended. But speaking of like the black slave owners, and I brought this up because we and then we're gonna get into the topic, but I wanted to show this from last week that we didn't get a chance to get into it, Cassidra, with this like this black dude here who did this school shooting. Because you had sent me this and I wanted to talk about it with you. This young dude here who talking about he wanted to be white and he wanted to do all this other stuff, you know. If it come up, I don't know. Yeah, see, every time
still unanswered tonight. Who, if anyone, knew about Henderson's plan? The manifesto does mention someone helping him write part of it. And Jared Holt, you just saw there, says extremists in online communities identified him as the shooter before police did. Again, as we've mentioned, the teen shooter left behind a lengthy diary, giving even more insight into his thoughts leading up to the shooting. Now News Channel 5 investigates reporter Levi Ismail went through page by page and tells us what he found.
It's the first 4 words of a more than 288-page diary, but it sets the tone for everything you read after. Those words, quote, "I'm burning with hate." From October of last year to the day he carried out his attack at Antioch High School, 17-year-old Solomon Henderson filled these pages with graphic images, Nazi symbols, and plans to carry out an attack. Henderson obsessed over mass killers around the world and declared that he too intends on doing something to kill at least 10 people. But how does this young man go from active high school student to active shooter?
If we just look at it broadly, a lot of people that have carried out these sort of acts have felt othered.
Lauren Ruth Martin is a licensed therapist with novel counseling in Franklin.
We could go, scientifically for a minute. Our brains are
So
when we're 17.
Why are they even asking this white bitch what she's talking
our brains
about?
Are actually on fire. And so not a lot.
They don't do this with white kids shoot up school. You don't go through their itinerary like this. You don't ask a white person what they're thinking. He was having a mental health issue day just like they usually do. I mean, living in America, what do you expect? I expect every black person in America to act like that, considering what we went through and what we're going through and have gone through. So why did they never do this for those white kids? Yeah. So how would she know what he's thinking? You don't even think alike. Why didn't you ask a black psychologist or a black therapist or his mom and dad? Let's see them. Why we never seen his mom or dad? But go ahead.
No, facts. That's facts.
Makes sense, and decision-making is altered.
Martin says this is not about trying to humanize someone responsible for committing a horrible crime, but understanding how we got here. Henderson, by his own admission, fought with his parents and even wrote in his diary about killing them at one point. Struggles with his self-image and resentment over minorities were only amplified once Henderson found community and a sense of belonging with white supremacy groups online.
It's a perfect storm.
It's a perfect storm. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's the black white supremacist for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know why those skits is funny? That Dave Chappelle skit was funny because it's real. Like, like it's a lot of black white supremacists, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it is a lot who feel like him.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, and even back then it was probably even worse. That's why you would find black people who would sell each other out. You know that movie, dude, and when the dude caught the dude trying to run away, and he was like, "Yo, before you hang me, kiss my ass," and all that. But
I remember that.
Because but the thing is, a lot of us don't even realize, right, that we are saying the same things. To be honest with you, like if I'll be all the way honest with you, like you might not think your points is coming from that point of view, but you are a little bit. We so scared to get away from them that we just want comfort and be around them. I just want to be white, I guess, you know.
In online communities, you can also access those in a private way. You get to be the person that you want to project out there online without anybody truly questioning it.
Henderson often wrote things like, quote, "I wish I was white. Self-hating N-word award goes to," with a picture of his eyes.
If we just focus on that idea of being uncomfortable in your own skin, can you imagine how helpless that must feel? Because you literally can't change that.
Another photo appeared to show Henderson in whiteface, but all while...
Why do they have... This is like kind of getting on my nerves. They got this white bitch talking like she an expert or something. Can you imagine what it's like to be not want to be in your skin? Shut up, like...
To show Henderson in whiteface, but all while this self-hatred is happening, Henderson continues to plan out his attack. He details instructions on how to make bombs and even bought supplies. He then wrote that it made sense to attack during lunch and specifically made note of days when he expected there to be more people of color around. Just days before the shooting, Henderson began to spiral. He wrote, "I'm slipping," and talked about being nervous, scared, and excited at the same time. Henderson posted a final selfie with the caption, "4 hours to go."
I think it's scary for us to acknowledge that given the perfect storm of circumstances, we don't know what we would resort to if we were in that much pain and we had access to such things like guns.
Martin says,
well, we know what you and your family resorted to, so...
There are many nuances on how Henderson became radicalized enough to kill. This is a man who found connection in hate, and that should never be ignored.
We're not humanizing him, but what we're using is this information to better inform how we can see people, how we can help people.
All right. So
they said they're not humanizing him. What are you trying to do? You humanize yours when yours have a mental health day, and they're allowed to have them. So
thanks.
He was somebody's child. He was somebody's son. And for whatever reason, he was going through hell in himself. So he's still a person, just like they're still people. They shoot up schools and they don't dehumanize theirs. So why are we going to dehumanize ours? We're not.
Yeah, fact.
Not for them. Because they put theirs on a pedestal.
No, that's a fact. I guess this is him doing it. All right, let's see. Now, so he was like, "This is dedicated in violence by N-word for victory. Death to all mamzers. This book is dedicated to world dominance by the N-word. Genocide them and loot everything. Death of all the N-word enemies. Death to Israel. This book is dedicated to unlimited wealth for my N-words." So you see, and then he was like, the Markiplier on Reddit. He said, "I'm a golden N-word. It would make sense for me. Be one, I can't be a white supremacist. No, I would be if N-words weren't so effing retarded and can work on something together." Which is, we're going to talk about it in a second, right?
Yeah.
Can we work together? So, what do you wish for? A cleaner world, eliminating all undesirables. We must aid the Aryans regardless.
Wow.
I'm sorry. We must aid the Aryans, is what he said. But
that's crazy. People that hated him, he wants to aid them. That's PTSD. That's mental illness right there.
Yeah.
You looking up to people that actually literally hate you and you're hanging out with them. That's the saddest thing ever.
Yeah, so this is him who was led us stray. But this is, you don't have so I'll play another one because this was another one that happened right after that too.
I'm curious, why Nashville? Why did you guys choose Nashville? From groups like the neo-Nazi Goyim Defense League, who brought chaos to the streets of Nashville last summer, to the notorious Blood Tribe.
Oh, you mean last summer? I thought all this started last week. It wasn't racism in America till last week, I thought. Let them tell it.
Chaos to the streets of Nashville last summer, to the notorious Blood Tribe that paraded down our streets. These have been the faces of hate confronting our state and our community. Now we're seeing the young men radicalized by that hate. The shooter at Nashville's Antioch High School, 17-year-old Solomon Henderson, left behind a manifesto making it clear that he had come to hate Jews, immigrants, even his own race. Here, Henderson posed in a T-shirt for a neo-Nazi badge, and here he displayed an image of Adolf Hitler. The first entry in his diary included a photo of notorious Columbine killer Eric Harris with a caption, "I'm burning with hate. Hate will change the world."
Think about this. He said race mixing is a sin, and he wouldn't date a black woman, would probably only date a white girl. Like, how does that even make sense in your head? Like, that's not even funny to like have that mentality. If race mixing is a sin, right, but you hate black people, right, and you want to be white, which would mean you would probably want a white girl, but that's a sin, right?
Exactly. So Maurice just said he's what they produced. I mean, so this is what it is. But then they'll point fingers and say, "Oh, look at him." No, look at what you produced. He was in their schools. We still have not seen his parents. And you know that if they had a picture of his parents, where is his boy's parents? They would have had the daddy, the mama, the grandmama, everybody up there, right? Where is his family? So did that mean that white folk raised him? That's what I'm thinking. I guarantee you somebody white raised this boy. Because if they were black, they'd been on this screen. Why every time they get our children, they turn out like this? That happened to remember the little boy that was mentally ill, and he was like, what, 16, 14, 15, 16, something like, no, was he that young maybe? He might have been a little older, and white folk had adopted him, and they had put him in a home, and they was using his check. And this little boy, they jacked him up. He was on all kind of medication. He ended up slapping the teacher. You remember that story? Mm-hmm. And white folk have raised this boy, right? So my thing is, why is it when they raise our children, they come out like this here? And I guarantee you, if his parents was black, they would have had them on the TV. There's no way that he had black parents. Something else was going on in his house.
Yeah, I agree.
This was produced. I don't care. And then you want to talk about the neo-Nazis. You had a whole president that had Elon Musk do a whole Jewish symbol, right? A Hitler symbol, didn't he? Did you see when he did that? Mm-hmm. And they down, it was no big deal. I'm like, hold on. If Kanye West had did that, he'd have lost all his money. Nobody made a big deal. Nobody said nothing about it. He did that on national TV. Did Hitler's signal or whatever sign. Elon Musk did. Standing up there, I think it was during the president's inauguration, I think, right? Stood up there in the middle of nationwide TV and did it twice on stage. Nobody said anything. So what are you producing now, America? Nobody said anything. Why was that not a big deal? But if somebody black had did it, like now you're making a big deal out of this baby's trauma, okay, that was put on him by America. Okay, he didn't just wake up like this. This came from somewhere. So let's talk about where it came from. Let's just not concentrate on him. Let's look at where it started. It started way back when they first brought us over here, okay? That's where it started. And that's passed down trauma from generation to generation, okay? He didn't just wake up like this. That came from somewhere. But no, we don't want to pay any attention to that, do we? Because if you dig too deep, you're going to understand where that came from, where that hate came from. Somebody treated this little boy like this since birth. Guarantee you. Abuse after abuse after abuse. And probably called him all kind of names. Because we're hearing it now. Because he's calling himself that. So that's learned behavior. That's not just I'm going to wake up today and hate my blackness. No. You're taught that. That came from somewhere. And then he went right into the group that hated him because of the people he grew up with.
Facts.
That's crazy. And you ain't gonna point the finger to nobody but him? Oh no, that came from somewhere. No, sir. No, ma'am.
Yeah, and shouts out to Raw in the building. I don't know if I said that. She said cultural misorientation. He don't know a thing about his own story.
No.
Yeah. Facts,
nothing.
You know?
They didn't even put his whole story up there. They don't even talk about his family. This is very odd for them not to talk about his family.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't go back in the childhood. They didn't go back nowhere. They just stayed on him. You got to be raised by a white family. I guarantee you it. You're not going to tell me they weren't.
Yeah, facts.
Hate will change the world. 284 pages later in the same diary, one of his last entries linked to an obscure website that reported the arrest of another Tennessee teen who also dreamed of mass murder. Buried in court files at the U.S. District Court in Nashville, the story of 18-year-old Gunnar is just as haunting. Tipped off by Meta that someone on Instagram was sending messages that he was planning to conduct a mass shooting, the FBI found chats between Fisher and another person from out of state who was also talking of mass murder. According to a criminal complaint on June 16th, Gunnar Fisher confided he was gonna go on a spree this year, that I think I will just snap and I'm like a bomb. I've always wanted to do this, he wrote. When I was an effing child, before I even got into school, I saw crowds and fantasized about someone mowing them down. He felt he was bound to murder. When FBI agents eventually searched Fisher's phone, they found a video in which he declared Jews are the root of all evil, and sand N-words are their little minions. And I, Gunnar Fisher, am going to take care of them both. He added,
why did this?
According to the FBI, Fisher initially plotted a Columbine-style attack at his school, hoping to plant bombs, then using his guns to mow down anyone who escaped. Fisher wrote in his manifesto, "My bombs are actually going to work. My entire school is going to be wiped off the face of this earth. It's going to be awesome." His message for the black students there, outrun my effing guns. The FBI says Fisher also considered attacking a furry convention where young people dress as animals. Finally, he declared, "I changed to a mosque like Brenton," a reference to the mass murderer who slaughtered 51 innocent Muslims in Christchurch, New Zealand in 2019. Fisher had just announced that 2025 would be the year he would strike, a plan that was fortunately thwarted by the FBI. Phil Williams, News Channel 5 investigator.
So
I didn't see the woman investigating him. What we're gonna say about him? What would she say about him? The same woman that investigated the black boy. What would she say about him? Why we don't see her talking about his, his psychology, his psychiatry, avenue? What's going on with him? They could always have so much to say about our black children. Someone want to dehumanize him, but you're not dehumanizing this right here, this thug here.
I ain't even a human. Like, that's the crazy part.
Exactly. Now that's not the human right there. We all know that. But you're trying to make our baby like yours? Nope. Not happening.
And the thing is, and I think my brother Maurice said it one time a while ago on one of his lives. They had the first school shooting was either in the 1840s or 1860s or something. Pretty much, it was like a couple years after they started making public school a thing. They had school shootings, and they've been doing it since. But anyway, so I'll play this one, because there's a lot of people, and this is
called for in order to cement Became world famous and controversial for his actions and statements about Black power. Decades before the concept even entered the culture. Marcus Garvey is legendary in American history, but he had a criminal conviction many have called politically motivated.
Yeah, he's just been pardoned by now former President Biden. And as Pick 7's James Ford reports from Harlem, some say it's not enough to secure Garvey's legacy.
Martin Luther King called Marcus Garvey the first man of color to lead a mass movement. Garvey is commemorated with his name on this park, and now his name is legally cleared, but more is being called for in order to cement Garvey's legacy. Black is beautiful. If you've ever heard that expression, this is the man you can thank for first saying it. Marcus Garvey was a major figure in American history who came to the U.S. from Jamaica after World War I and founded an organization promoting Black pride and Black economic strength. The park bearing his name is in Harlem, where Garvey, an admired public speaker, built his reputation and his economic and political movement. It included a shipping company meant to help Blacks return to the African continent. It wasn't successful, and related to it, federal officials convicted Garvey of mail fraud. Seen as a politically motivated charge, it was pardoned by Joe Biden in one of his last presidential acts.
That's great, because it should have been happening. It should have really been happening for him.
She's one of dozens of people enjoying the Harlem Park, named after Garvey, even in the cold.
We started talking about like other historical people, like, Marcus Garvey.
She was familiar with the man.
You see that, Cassidra? He's pardoned somebody else who's been dead for 70 years. What are we? What is wrong with us here? Oh, are we tripping? He's pardoned someone else who's been dead 100 years.
Oh my God, 150 years. Like Garvey's really gonna care right now. Oh my God, these people, I cannot. It would have worked. It would have worked. It was working because what he was doing, and then what they were trying to do is they was convicting him because he didn't own the boat. He did like a pre-order, took money to buy it, but they claimed that he was frauding the people because he didn't own it. But he was trying to get the money up to buy it. So it was all a political ploy. You already know, anytime Black folk try to do anything, we have to be ready for their shenanigans. You know that. Be ready for whatever they come up with, because they're going to always come up with something. Just like I seen the, who is that, New Era? Is that New Era that's coming in Detroit February? And they had what's that New Era or the New Black Panther? It was somebody, and they're coming out marching and they're doing, coming all out. And I'm like, okay, what they going to do to this leader? Because he's, he reminds me of the NFAC guy, right? And he's, speaking in, he's, going from state to state. And I'm like, okay, let's see. Let's just step back and watch and see. Every time we try to do something, here they come. You can never have peace. But then these crackers can march up and down the street. The KKK can, but they're not even considered a terrorist group, right? But they can do whatever they want. They can march, they can, parade, and nobody ever bothers them. But let Black folk want to come together just for a day for us. And you got them showing up. We don't show up to their stuff because we don't care. But every time we do, here they come. Always.
Yeah.
I'll rest with that.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. And Marcus, like J. Edgar Hoover, got his fame off of going after Marcus Garvey, and that's essentially why they created the FBI and put him in charge. And the FBI was put there to stop the rise of a Black Messiah, as most people would put it. And he got his start by going after and trying to do all the stuff that he did to Marcus Garvey. So we're gonna go to, because, and the thing is, I'm not gonna go there because I could say something as you be like, I'm not gonna even be.
You may as well. Don't hold back.
Because I was, what, you're right, because Marcus Garvey is probably turning over in his grave looking at Black people today.
Oh my God.
That is so reliant on other people and so scared that they can't be a part of, they can't be comfortable in somebody else's system, when he was trying to build something to have their own, right? But anyway, Cassidra, so we're going to play this. So, we was talking last week about this whole DEI thing. And is your boy Al Sharpton speaking out, talking about boycotting these stores here.
Well, Reverend Al Sharpton taking a stand against President Trump's moves to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at companies around the country. Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino is live in East Harlem with more on how a day of shopping took on a more profound meaning. Hi, Duarte.
Hey there, Arthur. The Reverend Al Sharpton is trying to send a message to businesses. If you don't support DEI, there are a lot of Americans who won't support you. This is what he did today. He bought $125 gift cards and gave them out to people, brought them over here to this East Harlem Costco and let them shop to send a message that if they support Costco's going to support them.
We will stand with those that stand with us.
Now, before we go forward, define us for me real quick, Mr. Sharpton.
Now, Costco says it's sticking with its DEI programs, and Sharpton wants to encourage other businesses to do the same. President Trump ordered all federal DEI staff on paid leave and signed orders to dismantle DEI programs in both government and private businesses. Now, one of those orders requires the government to review DEI policies of public companies, but the National Action Network says it won't back down. They plan to boycott companies that get rid of their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs.
For 90 days, we're going to research the company that we find that has made the most affront. We will call a boycott. But today, we are calling a buy-in.
While Costco says it remains committed to DEI, many well-known companies are scaling back their programs, including...
So what you think about that, Cassidra?
He is so irrelevant. I wish he would sit his press tail down. Just sit down somewhere. You sat up here, instead of you giving black folk that money, you sat up there and gave Costco, who's a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you placed money into a white corporation. Why? He can never do anything for black folk. Why is black folk even listening to him right now? Why? DI does not even pertain to black people. They never use anything that they have set aside for black folk. They use it for white folk. Let me tell you who DEI really is for. It's for first and foremost, the white person, white woman, white. Okay. Second, it goes to Hispanic. Third, it goes to Asians. Then it goes to the disabled. Then you talk about the veterans. Then you're talking about the LGBT. Then number 7 is black folk. They don't even use this stuff for you. They put it on the books. Civil rights bill is on the books. But do they use it for black people? No, they use stuff that they've put on black folk books, okay, for other people. Why? They don't ever intend to give black folk anything. So why again do we care about DEI? Why? Create your own tables. This green man or orange man is doing some things you don't like. Black folk, create your own tables. Pull your monies from these companies. We have the sad part about it is we have black people that are among Target, right? You want to boycott Target, but you got black business owners that's with Target because they didn't know they got these contracts before Target even, did what they did, right? So we're going to boycott our own? No, we can't do that. You can't do that. We're going to hurt our own. We're not trying to do that. Walmart has black folk in it, right? They got black products in Walmart. So why not just pick the black products? Or when your contract go out, I'm not even going to say before your contract go out, you got to reproduce something else, maybe online, where we can buy that product. Because I understand, but my thing is, you can't sit up here and support a white organization and say we boycotting. Boycotting what? You're still giving them your money. What are you boycotting? I am telling you, it's not even for you. So what are we so upset about? They didn't use this DEI for you anyway. So why do we really care? We care about stuff that don't even matter. Let's go buy some land. Let's create our own online businesses that we can support each other and take your money away from Walmart. Simple as that. Because money for us is power. We take away that money, we take away their power. And I guarantee you, we build our tables, they're going to want to have a seat at our tables. And it's going to be up to us if we let them. And I say, no, you had your chance. You stay on over there. We're going to keep our money over here and you have a good day. Period. And I rest with that.
Now, and I want to show you something in a second, like based off one thing you said. Considering what I'm realizing about all of this, and it just kind of hit me a little bit, and it's sinking in a little bit. You know what it'll probably take to get black people to finally like go on a revolution?
What? Please help me.
Tell them to stay away from white girls, that they can't have white bitches no more. And it's like, I sound like I was joking halfway, but it's kind of true though. Like, I'm for real. Like, if we cannot be a part of something, then that's the time where we all right, now we got to stand up and have black this and black that. And I'll tell you this, right? I still right now will never have voted for that for Kamala Harris. I will not have,
ever. Never.
I will not. No. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm not voting for either one of them. I don't believe putting white folk over me.
Right.
I believe in black folk being over black folk. That's the only, and I'm talking about a real true black person, not no coon. Because the only person that's going to do for black people is somebody black that was raised up for the cause, that knows the issues and is not afraid to stand on those issues. Because I believe in total separation. You have your white folk over there, over you, and we put our black folk over on top of us, and we let them know what we expect, and we hold them accountable. Period. That's the only way we're going to get anything. Because out of all these years, I've looked up, and I'm looking for what has the Democratic Party actually done for black people. I don't see one thing that they've done. Not one thing just. When I say just, I mean just for black people. Not one thing. Better Medicine, welcome.
Yo, shouts out to Coco in the building. I appreciate you coming through, my brother. And this is what I'm saying, because this is the irritating part, right? Because DEI, all of these things, because we need to talk about the Motorhand report thing again too, because this guy's something like
absolutely.
It's always black stuff when they're gonna do this to you. It's coming, but when it's time to be like, we're doing this for you. Like there's never that DEI doesn't mean you there. It means people of color. It means minority. But when it's time to roll back, now it means black. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, right? It says the thing like 4%. That, and what's like kind of confusing me is because before all of this, like months ago, probably like 8 months ago now, 9 months ago, people were still saying the same thing, like all of these things mean this, but now all of a sudden hit a whole 360 or 180 and saying a completely different thing now, and like it's terrified about DEI. I am glad that DEI is going. Maybe now you will do something instead of us sitting there like we've been saying. Well, get prepared. It's probably too late now. To tell you that, well, you should have had some soup in the crib. You know what I'm saying? You should have been buying it's been like 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have some water in the crib if the water go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
people still don't have it because they still don't get it. They still walk around here with no extra water, no toiletries, no nothing. Probably don't have 6 bottles of water right now to be able to survive off of. You can only go 3 days without water, you guys.
And I'm telling you, water goes fast as hell. You know what I'm saying?
It really does. You got to have some quarts, gallons of water. You got to have gallons. Quarts.
Like it's gonna take a bottle of water probably just to wash your face and brush your teeth and stuff, But the whole thing is like, so okay. Anyway, like now me with Target, I've been on them the whole time, because I know some of their I had racist, quote unquote, racist experiences myself personally with Target, you know what I'm saying? And all of these stores. But the thing is, even with all these stores, we've been saying to support black businesses this whole time. And now you have no other choice. And now you're scared, you know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing, because now maybe, just maybe, you'll do something like Cassidra said, like, you're mad about what he's doing. Maybe you'll get up off your ass and do something now, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being comfortable. But that's what we really wanted, was to be comfortable. Now we arguing for DEI, like doesn't make any sense to me. I agree with the saying, like, hey, you should have been at an HBCU in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, like, us having the because we want to hire them. You know what I'm saying? We want to. Of course, the white man's ice is colder, so we can't do anything ourselves. You know what? and I'm gonna skip this because this
environment, and oftentimes
now this white girl here talking about something. She's a woman of color, and she's speaking for a woman of color and talking about the decline in DEI efforts. But anyway, let me show you this.
She is a woman of color. That's why we don't call ourselves colored people. We're melanated people. She is. She's
what you looking at, babe?
Cars on cars.com.
What's wrong with this one?
Sorry, my bad.
I just got promoted, so I'm looking for something.
All right, yeah, my bad. Cassidra, go ahead.
I said she's not black. She is people of color. Black folk are not people of color. I keep telling black folks, stop calling yourself people of color. We are not people of color. That's not what we are. Anybody, it can be a people of color. Okay, you can get Hispanic. You got melanated. You got not melanated. You got all kind of people of color. Okay, mostly they call Mexican people or Hispanics. Okay, people of color. But no, we're not. So let's stop getting it confused. When people think they're saying, "Oh, people of color," black folk think they're talking about us. No, they're not. They're talking about that woman that just said she's people of color. That's who they're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and let me show you this,
where else can I buy it? Because
it's kind of like Costco, who is standing its ground saying, exactly. I'm not getting rid of our program. We're going to keep it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, next on the list, Walmart. My store, Walmart.
Yeah, Maurice, Shannon Sharp said, if you see him with a black woman, he only holding her for the police.
My life I had to fight. Who knew Walmart would be a battle?
Who would have thought Walmart? Who would have thought we'd have to? Walmart is crazy,
and it's kind of a catch-22 between Target and Walmart because they have all the things that we purchase from there. Yeah,
at an affordable price.
Absolutely, including Amazon. Mm-hmm. It's like
now a couple years ago, right? I was like, yo, we could pick one business and be like, yo, we is not supporting Walmart no more, and just don't go to Walmart and get all of the. You know what, Cassidra? It's irritating because why are you doing this now for DEI? Because I'm starting to see like
because Al Sharpton told you to. This is a great time to build. We can have, in Winston-Salem, there's a Mexican like a flea market. We don't have to call it flea market, but you got all the Mexicans in there in that one building. You got probably over 200 Mexicans, right? I mean, it's a huge building, and everybody has their little area. It's their own little business. You got clothing, you got shoes, you got coats, you got everything in there. You got a supermarket, got everything, food, everything. And I'm like, why black folk can't do that? Now you see black folk going up in there trying to shop. Black folk be up there shopping. Black folk in there selling their stuff. I'm like, why can't we get our own just like that and split it up amongst town and let the black folks spend their money with black folk, right? You divide it up and you put your people, you have your little business, you have your water business, you can have your coats, you can sell your gym, you can sell you can do your bakery, you can have a catering, you can have a supermarket, you can have all of this stuff, but we won't do it. We want to go in there and share with the black and brown people. We're the only ones that want to share our stuff with everybody. We won't never come and get our own and create our own and support our own. That's so ridiculous to me. I'm like, if you come here and do it with the Mexicans, why can't you do it on your own cross street? I don't understand. But go ahead.
And that's what I'm trying to say too, because like certain stuff, like, yeah, you got to go to Kroger or something like that, because we don't have the businesses that's put into it. That's why we was trying to do certain things like, all right, we're going to have certain stuff to fund businesses. Let's put our stuff into a business thing, or let's get together and decide which way we're going to direct our money. Like, it ain't even the hell with not giving them our money. It's about where we're going to put our money into, you know what I'm saying? And using it in the right ways, not just giving millions of dollars to people, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me.
And there is one more thing. There is a black lady, and you need to look her up on TikTok, and she's called the Black Revolution Collection. She has like a list. And you guys can join, and she's got like a list of all of the black-owned businesses nationwide. You might want to join that list. And she has brand names and everything. That might be a good place for us to start right there, supporting her. She's, I'm on her page, and she's got, nothing but black items, black folks selling black goods. So we might start there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If we don't get it from there, then we go on Amazon. But then it's like, where else can I buy it? Because to go to those individual companies to buy them, it's a little time consuming. And really nobody's going to do that. But until we find our own, we're kind of in a conundrum.
Can we walk away from those stores? Is it possible?
It puts us in a catch-22. Like I said, they provide all the things that we need at discounted prices. It's easy to get, easy to come by. But if you go individually to those companies to purchase, that's a lot of stuff to buy from individual companies, especially on Amazon, where you can just click, purchase.
And it's at your front door.
Exactly. It's at your door.
McDonald's is
so comfort is what we want.
I don't eat McDonald's.
We don't want to be free. That's it. It's going to take work to be free.
That's just comfort, I guess.
We're not ready to be free. That's what she's saying. We're not ready. Okay.
Yeah, she's spitting the game.
But there are millions of Americans who do.
Billions. There are over billions.
So anyway, now we see all of these companies. Now, I've been saying this before because I don't know why we're doing it now. And now all of a sudden we care about like the black prisoners when we were showing how all of these corporations use prisoners for work. But here is major companies, and I showed this one from 2020. This is from longer than that ago. See, these corporations, what do you know? McDonald's uses prison labor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And inmates make about what, $4 a day?
Is it that much? I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're lying here.
So just know that when you go to McDonald's, I don't go to McDonald's, but when you go, just know there's an inmate possibly flipping your hamburger. But the sad part is they can work there, but then when you get out of jail, can you work there then? I'm just saying they train you in jail to do these jobs, but then get out of jail and can't get a job. It can make sense. It don't make sense to me.
I guess the question is it people of color or is it black people that we protesting for? If it's black, I'm not gonna protest. I don't give a damn about it because y'all are the ones saying, the black prison. Now you're gonna say the black prisoners being shit. No, they're having them do this right here. They're making them work at these places. When we showed that like weeks ago, there's Wendy's. Oh, Walmart. What do you know? Walmart does that. Ain't that something?
We got free help, huh?
Starbucks. If they bombing some Arabs, we're gonna protest. But if they enslaving black people,
exactly. Boy, that's something.
Sprint, Verizon.
Oh, wow, really? Victoria's Secrets, really?
Victoria's Secret.
Wow. Okay. Verizon.
The stuff with the made in U.S. tags. All right. So Fidelity Investments, we know about, investment companies. Kmart is gone here, so I don't know about Kmart, but JCPenney, airlines, so, and there's more stuff.
Wow, isn't that something?
6
so
companies.
We don't boycott that stuff, though, do we? We got our priorities all jacked up, you guys. Y'all let Al Sharpton lead y'all down a dark tunnel, a dark alley. He is so irrelevant. He is such a nothing burger. And we just won't wake up. I don't know why. We just so stuck in the damn past. That man sold us out a long time ago. And we know that. We know Kamala Harris gave him what? How much money? $500,000? Well, why do you think she gave him $500,000? Why would he need $500,000 from her? What was his job? What was he to do? She's not going to just give him $500,000 for nothing. What do you think he had to do to earn that money? I'm going to just let y'all think about that. But y'all still following him. Okay. Make it make sense, you guys.
Yeah.
We just want to wake up.
Yeah. And all right, so
I sent you the 2 videos too, forecast.
Okay.
You wanted to kind of show them that Black revolutionary lady.
Okay, I got you. All right, hold on.
President Trump continues to reshape the federal workforce. Civil rights leaders are taking a stand today. In D.C., for instance, more than a dozen human and civil rights leaders met downtown for an emergency strategy session to oppose Trump's rollbacks of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Our Lionel Donovan attended the meeting and joins us live with much more. So, Lionel, what's next?
Nothing.
Good afternoon, Lorenzo. Well, the leaders say they wanted to establish a united front and send a message to the White House that the U.S. is not a monarchy. Today, leaders from a variety of communities gathered in downtown D.C. for that roundtable discussion. The goal was to address President Donald Trump's executive orders targeting the federal workforce, which significantly rolled back diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI initiatives. On Tuesday, Trump signed an executive order to end DEI programs. And today, he ordered all government staff working on these programs to be put on immediate paid administrative leave. Speakers argue Trump's focus on the federal workforce only alienates those who keep our government working.
If you're at home and you get a Social Security check, there is a civil servant providing that service. If you're at home and you need to call the police for safety, there is a civil servant providing that service. If your healthcare, there is nothing that doesn't happen in our country without a civil servant providing that service.
Inclusion, you're saying that you want to erase our existence.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God, I'm so sick of these dumb, oh, God.
Or define ours.
Who the hell are you? Who is ours? Like, yeah, who? Our who? They don't even use it for you. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. And you're fighting for what? When do our Black leaders come out to fight for us about anything? Ever. That really matters. Ever. Name a time. Didn't say anything when. Please. I'm so sick of your cousins. I don't know what to do. Sick of your cousins forecast.
I was about to defend y'all for a second, but I couldn't even defend y'all right now.
No, you can't. Sorry, you can't. You always want to march for something. Let's march for reparations. How about that? Let's talk about that. That's all I want you guys to talk about right now. Because I need some money. Let's go. That's the only thing y'all should be talking about. Yes, I want my handout. Just like the Indians got theirs, the Who's, the Jews got theirs, and everybody else, the Pacific Islanders, I want mine too. So, anyway.
Yeah. And I was about to say, well, you know, they targeting Black people will stand up because if they target the Indians, but not themselves. All right, hold on. All right, I'm pulling this lady up now. Let me see if I can, because it's, all right, hold on. All right, let me pull it up. Oh, damn, hold on, let me see. Okay. My bad, because this joint be going slow when I be live for some reason.
Did the Buy Black list on our website, blackrevolutionarycollective.com. I wanted it to have more organization, so I made different categories. So I made separate categories. So now when you go to the website, it should look like this. This is how the home page looks. And then you look up here and you click on the Buy Black list. Once you click on there, you should see 4 categories: grocery stores / farmers markets, coffee shops, restaurants, and clothing brands. Those are the 4 categories we have so far. And everything is in alphabetical order, state by
Wait, hold on. I'll run it back because I need to write it down.
I hope to add more categories so I know about the Buy Black list. Okay,
Buy
so
Black
today
list,
I've updated the Buy Black list on our website, Black Revolution.
All right, my bad. I just wanted to see what it was called.
I want this to be a comprehensive list that everybody can use in their town and when they visit another place. So you can always buy Black first. Also, for everybody that signed up for the Black Revolutionary Collective to be a member at one of our chapters, if you have not received an email, please make sure that you're checking your spam folder. If you just signed up today, you won't receive an email until the following day. But if you signed up a couple of days ago and you haven't received an email, please check your spam folder. And also, you may have to re-sign up if somehow you put in the wrong email address or it's missing a letter or something like that, because it does get kicked out if the email address is wrong. Also, I just want to say once again, I'm blown away and so grateful for all of you that are taking the first step to being involved in rebuilding our communities across the nation. And I look forward to meeting all of you and working with all of you. And stay tuned for more updates to this Buy Black list. And thank you to everybody in the comment section that have helped me edit this.
Ain't that something, Cassidra? This is what it took for us to do something.
Yep, I'm glad we're doing it. So now maybe we'll use it. Maybe we'll, support her. As she says she has stuff there. There it is. Okay, let's make it happen. She's got the list. So now maybe you can leave Walmart's alone and buy, support your own. Build your own table. Why are we always begging them and getting mad for them being who they are? What are you mad about? They're not going to stop being who they are. But you can do something about it today. I guarantee you take your dollars from that Walmart, you take your dollars from Target, take your dollars from there and support this right here. Oh, they gonna switch it up. Trust me. Oh, they gonna switch it up. They think black folk ain't serious. Oh, we can be serious. We know how to come together. We came together for that Popeyes chicken sandwich, didn't we? I'm just saying, right? We can come together for her. This is yours. This belongs to you, black folk. We gonna support it or not? Let's not complain. Here's your avenue right here. So there's no reason to talk about it. Let's be about it. Time to do it.
Yeah. And see, this is the one thing that because we, like you were saying, the other lady said, we just ain't ready. We just need that comfort, because what am I going to do if I'm uncomfortable? And now even when my brother try to be like, yo, you don't like black people if you don't support this non-black institution, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it, it's a non-black institution, but to be like, you don't care. No, the problem is we sacrificed a generation to try to integrate with them. We fought constantly to try to be a part of their society, to try to fit in and to just be not equal, but to just be comfortable in their system, where we're now. I'll ask the question, what do we want? Them smiling in our face and stabbing us in our back, or them being straight up showing us who they are? But I think most of us prefer the smile in your face, stab you in the back kind of white people, or Neanderthals, because you can't really call them people. We prefer that kind of, but I get that you might be scared, but you know what? All change is scary. So get over it, So, and then
retailer in studio tonight. And so young, the move by Target has drawn the attention of a Minneapolis City Council member with a message to shoppers.
Randy Kelsey, there's been a lot of reaction to Target's announcement. The 9th Ward Council member is urging people to avoid Target and support small businesses instead.
Let me tell you something about Target, right? And I'll tell y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? I got caught stealing at Target when I was a teenager or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy. I ain't gonna steal from other black people. I stole from there. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll tell you this though. When they showed us the camera, they had the camera on us the entire time, from when we got out of our car to the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that we got, it wasn't anything big. It was some food or something. It was not even nothing crazy, But the dude came in there and started saying the manager or whoever the hell he was came in there and started saying some crazy shit, oh yeah, y'all ain't got y'all parents, and oh you no daddy type of stuff, and then talking about y'all stink or something like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was saying some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't got it on my record or nothing, because it was $5 or some type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the thing because he showed me, and even the black security dude was bro, yo, they be on black people, don't do that stuff. And because they are racist as hell, you know what I'm saying? Places Target. So when you, I guarantee you, when you getting out of your car, they got their video cameras watching you straight up, you know what I'm saying, before you do anything, all of these places. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm on the website. I even sent that to you, the website. I mean, she's got a lot of stuff on there, like barbershops. You got the black banks, you got baby clothes, you got beauty supplies. And that might be something for us to really look at, black folk. We got the beauty supplies in Alabama. She's got in Arizona, Arkansas, California. I mean, these are where the beauty supply for black people, Colorado, wigs in Connecticut. I mean, she's got it broken down by states like Delaware, Florida, Georgia. I mean, she's got a lot of blacks beauty supply places in Georgia. You got Illinois, you got Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts. So it's broken down by states. So this is really good. Oh my goodness. Then you got the bookstores, you got a coffee shop, you got clothing brands, construction, electronics. Come on, you guys, electronics. You know, black folk love electronics. I'm just saying, come on, y'all. They got black-owned electrician companies. So if you need an electrician in different states, okay, they got it broken down. So you guys, come on, hair salons, healthcare, barbershops, law firms. So if you need a black lawyer, okay, I'm just saying, real estate. Then you got restaurants, skincare, and toys. So come on, you guys. Instead of you guys, I know y'all love to celebrate y'all little pagan holidays and Christmas. They do have like toys on here also, dolls, and just check it out. This is another place to start, skincare, restaurants. So let's look at let's look into this. Let's go for it. I just sent you the other one for Cass. Another one for her. I just sent it to you. But I'm just saying, if we want to get busy, you got skincare. Let's talk about the skincare. No, let's look at the black restaurants. We got black restaurants in Alabama. It's like 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you got Montgomery. You got Huntsville. You got 3. You got Mobile, Alabama. I love this. Got Salem. What's that? Arizona. So she's got a lot of different places on here. You guys, we can really join this, and we can really support this. So if you guys really serious, why not support her? You got a sister that's already doing it. Okay, so it's not like we have to go out and look for it. She's right here. I just introduced you to her. Go up on her website, and it's called the Black Revolutionary. Okay, and it'll come up. Restaurants, the Black Revolution Collective. You can look it up, and it comes up on Facebook. She's got an Instagram, and she got videos. So let's support our sister. Got to GoFundMe. You guys, come on, let's help build her up. I believe in helping building up people. She got a GoFundMe. Let's see what she's looking for as far as the GoFundMe. Okay, man, she's wanting you to donate. They're trying to raise $10,000, and you got what? No, she's got 10,000, trying to raise 50,000. So why not go there and y'all getting paid Friday? Go give your sister $25. What's it gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt. You guys going to spend more than that this weekend. You have people that are giving $30, $50, $25, $100. Let's go support our sister. Y'all complaining, Trump doing this, that, and the other. Here you go. You got your sister. She's ready, and let's go and support her. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, this is her.
Let's do it. I'm going to do $25 myself. Just to start. We're just starting, and that'll be something you can help her with every week. Yep, there it is. Yep. You go up to the top, you'll see how to get into the different areas.
All right. So, okay. Yeah. That's how you donate to her.
There you go. You got GoFundMe up there. You got to GoFundMe too.
That's our blacklist. She got banking. This is
there you go.
Black-owned banks.
I love it. I love it. I love this. I love it. I just put my little email in there, and you going in there. If you hit those 3 little, the 2 little circles right there in the corner, it'll go. Yep, you did it. It'll tell you where the Home Depot, Black Beauty Supplies. There you go. Look at there, you guys. Come on. Let's support our sister. She's trying. This belongs to us. I'm proud. I'm loving it. I'm like, I'm going to support this. I'm loving it.
Yeah, this is a hell of a long too. Every state.
Yes, every state. California got a lot of places, huh?
Yeah.
Colorado. Yeah. See there? I'm telling you. You guys, we got to get excited about when we do stuff. And she said it's unapologetically black. Okay. So it ain't no we mixing, we not doing the LGBT, we not doing the, we're not LMNOP, and we supporting our own. That's what we're supposed to do. They have their own KKK markets. Okay.
Yeah,
Grocery
grocery
stores,
store,
farmer
farm.
market. Yes, I'm loving it. Yes.
Alabama,
Alabama, Arizona. Okay. Okay.
Arkansas,
What you got done, North
California.
Carolina? Probably got
Let's
one in Raleigh and Charlotte. I had to go to Raleigh and Charlotte, but that's okay. I'll
go
take the little
to
drive.
Georgia.
Okay. Georgia.
All right, Atlanta, Georgia. So there ain't no
Yes.
damn
Come on,
excuses
Georgia. You got some
from
stuff.
me.
Come on.
Yeah,
Ain't
all
no
right now.
excuse. Okay.
Unless
Illinois. Come on. Indiana.
Right, unless y'all down in Georgia like going to white people places or
Yeah,
stuff like
okay.
that.
Okay. Come on, you guys. We got
Maryland,
places in Maryland. Yeah. Come on, Maryland. Maryland. Whoop, whoop. Maryland. Whoop, whoop.
Michigan, and Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Michigan. Okay. Come on.
Detroit People's Food Co-op. All right, Minnesota.
That's right. Come on, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana. Oh, Montana. You got something black in Montana? I'm like, you really need to support that.
I don't know if I want to go to the one in Montana, to be honest with you.
Hey, y'all, hey, if it's black, I'm just saying. You can order from there. I ain't gonna go there, but I'll order something. I ain't going to Montana now. South Dakota, North Dakota. Okay, what they got? What's in North Carolina?
Durham.
Okay, Durham, Raleigh. Got something in Raleigh with us.
2 Durham one.
Oh, dang, it's in Durham. Okay, that's cool. Durham right up the road. I would drive. I sure would drive up there to Durham.
Ohio. Let me see what they got in Virginia.
Okay, Virginia, Texas. Okay, Virginia. One.
Norfolk. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, Norfolk.
Yeah, that's but but all right, that's what's up though. That's what's up.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Got health care,
nail salon,
nail salons. Oh my God, you guys, come on.
Restaurant.
We gotta support our sister. Let's do
skincare, toys.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. Let me see what we got in North Carolina restaurants. I'm going this weekend.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is so amazing. I love stuff. We gotta support you guys. Come on, we gotta support this.
All right, so Macon, Georgia, right? That's one.
Yeah, come on, Georgia.
Savannah, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of restaurants in Georgia. Let's see.
Man, it's a lot of restaurants, man.
Yeah. It's one thing we got is barbershops and restaurants.
You know we gonna eat. Yeah, barbershop and restaurants. You know we gonna eat, honey. Yeah, African American owned cafes and restaurants. Okay. Chicken Shack. Okay. Other Illinois, Oak Park.
Louisiana, for you brothers down in Louisiana.
Okay.
Shreveport. There you go.
Yes, honey. Oh, look at, they even got it in Gary, in my old hometown, Gary. Purple Porch Co-op. Yes. Big Mama Kitchen.
Maine.
This is nice.
Maryland, Massachusetts.
Iowa got like 3 or 4 black restaurants. Ooh, Iowa. I ain't going to Iowa now. They got a lot of them there.
All right, there go Detroit.
Yes.
Detroit, Grand Rapids, Flint. Yeah. All right, so let's get to North Carolina. Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Mississippi, Missouri. No, it's hella ones in Missouri.
Yes. Minnesota even got some. You see Minnesota? Okay, look at there.
Nevada. Okay. All right, New Jersey.
Dang, gone.
New York.
We should be coming up now.
All right, here we go. It's North Carolina.
Charlotte mostly. Yeah, Charlotte got some good food.
Yeah, Charlotte.
I like to ride my bike up there. We be eating up in Charlotte all the time.
Yeah.
I live maybe about an hour from them. Oh, they got something in Durham too. Durham.
Okay,
yeah. Raleigh. Okay. Yeah, Raleigh is closer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Greensboro.
Okay, look at there. Let me see what they got. The corner, I'm okay. Let's see where I'm gonna visit. Okay, Winston-Salem, put sweet potatoes. Okay. Asheville. I haven't been to Asheville though. Okay, Charlotte. Wow.
Wilmington.
We have to check this out. Okay, Wilmington. Wilmington is kind of I don't like when Wilmington still got some of them issues up there. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't go there too much. They I don't like. I went up there. I had never been, and I went up there, and I was like, "What in the world going on up in there?" I thought it was gonna be more blacks, but it was more white, and it wasn't too friendly. Oh, they got an Ethiopian food and coffee in Daytona. Wow, Ethiopia food. Okay.
All right, so Richmond,
What did Richmond get? Oh, okay. Richmond get what?
Yeah, so I ain't been to the Black Sheep. I've been to Mama J. That's cool. It's good. Kroger Spot, that's kind of famous, but
yeah, Kroger Spot. Yeah, they was there when I was there because I used to live in Virginia up there.
Yeah.
My daughter lived in Henrico. I lived in Caroline County, Doswell, in that area.
Yeah, Lily Pearl. They have like weird hours. I was supposed to go there one time, but they be like open at weird hours type of thing.
Really?
Yeah,
Lily
like,
Pearl, that black.
yeah, they said it.
Pearl.
Yeah, they say it's a black thing, but
okay,
they be like open like during the like while you like in the middle of the day, but like not open late.
Oh, and then close at 5 o'clock going home.
Yeah,
when everybody get off, they close. Okay, you can't make no money like that.
Yeah,
you can't make no money, Lily Pearl.
But they, I think they like an upscale kind of place though. Like,
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You have to take.
I haven't been there. They say it's black owned though.
Oh, really? Okay, Lily Pearl. It might be a Lily Pearl. Virginia Beach. Okay, Virginia Beach. All right. Yes. Norfolk. Okay, Norfolk. Alexandria. Okay. Charlottesville. I ain't going there. Lynchburg. I ain't going there either. I ain't hanging out in them two places. I'm telling y'all now, these are two places I won't go. Charlottesville and Lynchburg ain't touching them places. Them crackers up there is terrible. They terrible.
Everybody house got a Confederate flag in the yard.
Exactly. I ain't going. I wouldn't touch that place. Nope. And I know them black folk were going up there to Liberty, that school right there, and they was acting crazy with them, stopping them and everything. I don't mess around with places like that. Them little small hick towns. Y'all, I don't even know. Y'all, well, I shouldn't say don't get down. I'm just saying. I shouldn't be talking about my little. I wasn't talking about the restaurant. I was talking about the area, y'all. So y'all want to go and try your the wall and what's the other one called? The bluegrass.
The
grill.
Bluegrass. And it's called and it's called the Bluegrass Grill.
Okay. Only if it's black. If it's black, go. But it ain't black. Okay.
Yeah, it could be a people, and also they could be put a people of color business too. So they don't.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she said black now, so we not.
Yes. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, she said black, so I don't think there's no people of color on here.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Saying. But you got hair salons, you guys. Y'all got law firms, nail salons, real estate. Yeah. Let's look at the real estate and see. That's mine right there. Let's see the real estates. Okay, Keller Williams in Chicago. Oh, you got one in Chicago. Blue Dolphin Capital. You got banks, got like 3 banks on here too, you guys.
Yeah.
Financials and okay. You got 2, Mississippi, Florida and Georgia, and Florida. I know it's more black real estate places than this. I know it is. A lot of black folk don't know about this. Why don't y'all go in there and share this on y'all Facebook page, you guys, so we can get this out for her, so we can support our own. If we're gonna talk about it, we need to be about it. Seriously.
Speaking of healthcare, Black Health Directory.
Awesome. That's what we need right there. I just found me a black doctor the other day. I was like, woo-wee. Very nice. Yep, I see everything black.
Yeah, I try to go to I don't go to the doctor as much as I should, but when I go, it's a black person.
Okay, good. Even my dentist, I got a black dentist, so I was like, okay, I'm so happy.
Yeah. No, I want to show you this one thing, Cassidra. I want to get your opinion before we get off of here. You know, this would be the last thing. You know who Tabitha Brown is?
Tabitha Brown, I've heard of her. I don't think let me see her face. I watch her.
Okay. Yeah, she's like I seen her in like
is she back B1 Black or she?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Is she on TV or something?
She was on a TV show, but she got famous off of like on social media because she's like a vegan and she does like vegan meals or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And she got famous, and now she got a bunch of businesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so her businesses is in places like Target, where I don't know if she could sell it other than Target. You know.
Oh, well, she needs to have something online so people can also support her. And that's who I seen. That's her. Okay, I seen her talking, but is that Tabitha Brown? Is that her?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. That was talking about her businesses in Target, and she didn't know that it was gonna be like this. And she's been with them. She signed like a year contract. But I'm thinking, okay, I understand, but now I need you to go and do it online You know what I'm saying? So just don't connect it to Target. You know.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta work some other deals.
so she getting a lot of backlash because she kind of saying like low key like don't boycott because I want you to buy my stuff, and people is like going at her and for trying. I don't know if
So
she's for
what
it
do
or
you think
whatever.
about that? What do you think about that?
If I'm being honest, it's
Be
like
honest.
okay, right now I get it. When you have a business, you want your stuff to sell, right? But I think her like would she be saying that if it was like boycott Lowe's and she had no products in Lowe's, or would she be down with it? Or is she only saying that because she wants people to buy her?
Because she got to eat. That's her business, you know.
Exactly.
Which is, because she said. Now you have to look at it. Now it wasn't her fault. I understand what she's saying, and I really hate because we're like on a between a rock and a hard place now. You know, we want to boycott Target because of their DEI. Okay. Now she's in a contract, so she can't get out of it, right? So that's kind of. So what do? Do we just this is why I said go ahead and get your website. You know what I'm saying? So even on the Target, you can still put your website on there, and then we can still support you, but a different way. That's what I'm thinking. You know, come up with your website, put it on your IG, you know, so just know that you may not sell a lot of products at Target, but just know that if you have that online website, you'll get your business that way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
we can still do what we're supposed to do, boycott Target.
Right, because like I think that you can't just say because my business is in Target that we shouldn't boycott Target. And like I said, I understand where she's coming from, and also like because like I get what she's saying. She's like, yo, you can't just have products laying around and they help you have it on front. But that is kind of like technically, right? I'm not calling her a sellout, but technically you're saying, right, to make money that you're willing to go against what the collective wants to do. Like black people finally on some, let's not spend our money in white stores, but because your stuff is in a store, and I'm not trying to put it on that, but technically if you want to say that, like it could be considered selfish. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I had a product, I wouldn't want people to buy my product. But at the same time,
product, but I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but that's why I said connect an online with it. You know, open up your online and a Shopify or something and sell your products also online and really, you know, advertise on Instagram or something like that, so people will know that you do have another place, and just don't sell a whole lot of products at Target. You know, just sell one or two that you don't, because you're gonna lose money. You know, because you're not selling on Target. Okay. And then, you know, direct them, like I said, to an online and go that way. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You know.
And yeah, black people should be organized. And I would say also to not be limited to one area where you selling your product.
Yes. Yes.
Because like at the end of the day, you still making the store money, you know what I'm saying? And it's defeating the purpose if we keep making excuses for every single thing of why we can't do something. Like, oh, well, what about the black people? Well, that's why they use certain things, like, and it's a business. They care about your money, even though they might not care about you. They care about your money. But yo, my brother Anthony came on here, and well, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, forecast?
Not much, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm trying to get the camera down. Yeah, I'm chilling, man. How you doing, Cassidra?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Hey, man, I know when y'all was reading off the business apps, man, I know you probably went checking out the chat. I put some apps in there, man. Some black-owned apps.
Oh, did you? Where?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are black-owned apps to direct you to black businesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of them is called BLAP. One of them is called BLAP, no BLAPP. One of them is Original Black Wall Street, and the other one is Black Nation. Yeah.
Okay,
those
that's
are
good to
those
know.
are black apps. You know, and I studied them first because you know sometimes an app that'll send you to black business is not a black app. You know what I'm saying? But those are black owned apps.
Okay.
So those are black apps. Yeah, those black owned. And so those black owned apps, man, to send you the black businesses right there, man. Those 3 that I put in the chat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, let me write them down. That's good. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Anything
And
got
I
to
like,
do with it.
yeah, I like, I was listening with what your forecast was talking about the sister. I seen that video too. About the
Yeah,
sister and
hold on, I'm
yeah,
about to
what you
play
say,
that
bro?
drum. Now I'm about to play that drum. I'm about to play it, and then because I want to show everybody, and then because I want to
Yeah.
get y'all both of y'all opinion on it. So
Okay.
hold on, let me just play a little bit of it.
News. I'm Symphony Thompson. And companies have also pulled back. The government has signed several new executive orders, including the rollback of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. As a result, many companies have also pulled back their policies with this new change, causing outrage amongst the country. Target, Walmart, and Amazon are just a few of the billion-dollar companies taking this into practice, which has caused some to call for boycotting of these businesses. Tabitha Brown, whose products are sold at all 3 of these companies, would take to Instagram in order to address the controversy while asking people to consider the Black-owned businesses that do business with Target. In her video, Brown would acknowledge the right to boycott the businesses that are rolling back DEI programs, but would also ask to consider how boycotting would affect the Black-owned products sold at these places. If we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations. Listen, I get it. And if that's how you feel, honey, I get it. But so many of us will be affected. Our sales will drop, our businesses will be hurt. Brown would emphasize that boycotting without a strategy could unintentionally harm the business the community wants to uplift. She would state boycotting retailers would give them the chance to justify pulling them from the shelves if they don't sell well.
But think about it. If you say that, right? If you boycotting them and not spending your money, it doesn't matter if they're on the shelves or not. But I'm sorry, I ain't gonna put my opinion in it.
If we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down, and then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing, and they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are?
You take it to a black.
Unfortunately, it seems.
Hey,
I'm just saying. We just showed you a list of where it can go. You have the what you say, Anthony. You have the blacks. Okay, I'm just saying official black wall. Hey, that's where you take it. You got to start somewhere. And I understand, what she's saying. I understand because she worked hard. But now, when situations change, you got to change with situations. Sorry. It's time for us to celebrate us, and it's time for us to do for us. That's where I am right now. And a lot of these places, I'm just going to start getting my money. I'm not going. If I don't have to go to Walmart, I'm not going. And I think, some of these products that we need, some of you guys on here can open up your online stores and you have a website and put your stuff up there, stuff that you need. Why don't you go and hook in, get those products, but, get them, whatever. I don't know where you're going to get them from, but I'm just saying you can make your own, your own online store and hook in with this product, this little app here and several others. So let's make some money. Let's have your own, your own business, you guys. Go ahead, forecast.
And yeah, I'm passing it to Anthony. I want to say real quick, and the thing about it, like when we talking about owning our own businesses, right? And in these stores, it's always like a reason why we can't do something right now. Like, it's always a reason. Well, we can't necessarily make these companies pay for doing this because it would hurt. It would mess you up here. Or you can't not vote because it's going to mess you up there. Or you can't not do this.
It's always
it's always a reason for you to not stand up and do something that you've been supposed to been doing, because and then they always bring it back to you. It's like gaslighting almost, like, because it's always going to hurt you the most for you to stand up for yourself. How does that make sense to you? Like, it's always going, even though you benefit the least and you got the most to complain about, and they tell you pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. And we get to the point where, all right, next time we're gonna do it. And then when it's the next time, we like, oh well, we can't do it this time because this time is the most different time that has ever been different than ever in the world. Like, we've never seen anything like this ever, and we never will again until 4 more years, or until next year, or until the next thing happens. Like,
it's always a matter of life and death.
Always life and death, and I'm not dead yet. So, but yo, what you? Shouts out to MD2 in the building. What you wanted to say though, Anthony?
Yeah, I pretty much I agree with your forecast. Well, I was gonna say is that's just say, you know, for example, let's have we gonna have an imaginary bus boycott. You know what I'm saying? And because the bus station is discriminated against black passengers on the bus, you know, like the 1955 bus car. But the thing about it is, like, a lot of the drivers on the bus, you know, are black. So they say if y'all boycott the bus station, y'all gonna get a lot of the black drivers laid off. Well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, a couple of people don't override a collective. You know what I'm saying? Don't override. If I got a business and my business gonna suffer if black people boycott, you know, the place that I'm inside of, you know, I mean, as much that's gonna pain me, it hurt, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because the group, you know what I'm saying? The group overrides the individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bigger than the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bigger than the collective of black people. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. And you know, it's like, you know, you feel for the sister, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel for the sister. But like I said, hey, look here. Get you an app, everything, you know, and reach out to the community and say, hey man, look here. You know, come and get my stuff from here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I was gonna say, I put it in the chat, Cassidra. It's a sister. Her name is Chantal J.
Okay.
Beautiful sister. And I'm saying for Cassidra because, you know, she sells like a lot of accessory things for black women. You know, she do stuff for brothers too, but like Afrocentric jewelry, earrings, beautiful stuff. So I'm gonna get some for the ladies in my life, my sister-in-law and my mama now. But anyway, she sells like Afrocentric jewelry, like earrings, accessories.
You have a website?
Just look at. I put it in the chat. Chantal J. You can see it right there in the private chat. It's Chantal J. And look up. She on Instagram too.
Okay.
She on Instagram too. Okay, and she sells other products and stuff. You know, you can check it out because you will see it. And look here. And she makes it unapologetically known. My stuff is for black people. Now, forecast, you remember, she's the same sister who had that video. Remember that she sells to black people. And remember, the white woman came on saying, you just, you know, try to cause some static with her because she said her target group is black people. You remember that forecast? She was the sister that did the video. I think it was on Shoot the Breeze, where they showed it at. She's bald-headed sister, beautiful sister. And then she did a video saying, my target group is my people, black people. I sell to black people. I'm not worried about anybody else. Now, if you want to buy something, that's cool. But my focus group is my people. You know what I'm saying? If she called white women was coming all out the woodwork talking about the sister. It's about, oh, you're racist and all of those shit there. But what I'm saying, what she did is what we talking about. Okay, she a businesswoman, her own independent businesswoman, and she sell her shit on her own. You know what I'm saying? And she got apps and everything, and she do all that to target her community. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like depending on, hey, you know what, I gotta be here and here. She do her own thing, man. And I'm saying that's what we have to do, man. We have to stop depending on other people, you know, to do stuff, man. Even like the analogy I was talking about that bus. Instead of boycotting the bus station, you know what we do? Hey, man, let's put our money together and let's buy us a couple of buses and serve as our own community. You know what I'm saying? Some black buses.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Let's serve as our own community. Don't worry about them. Let them keep their money and do what they want to do. But we're gonna buy a bus line. We're gonna serve our own people. That's an opportunity. If they don't want to treat you right, guess what? Well, fuck them anyway. We should have been fucking with them anyway. Well, I'm just saying, let's have a black bus line. I mean, it's a whole lot of us got money, millionaires, you know what I'm saying? And it got, big time business people. I think it's a conscious thing, man. We got to keep on working on our people's mind. That's what Dr. Bobby Wright said. There's only one fight left, and that's the fight for the black man. And right now we losing. But I mean, we got to lay there and get our people's mind, man. We got to get our people's mind. We got to, hey, look here. We have to focus on us, and not because of Donald Trump. I mean, we should have been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn who in office. I don't give a damn if he the nicest Democratic president.
John Brown.
I don't give a fuck about it. Yeah, I don't care if it was John Brown himself. We should always take care of our shit. You know what I'm saying? Look here, Jewish people do their thing, take care of their shit. Korean people, Chinese people, everybody take care of their shit. You can't go over there and try to sell nothing in their community, but they can come to yours and sell everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we should have been doing that, man. And it's our mind, like you were saying, forecast about other people's ice being cold. But like I said, man, I ain't gonna hold you. The sister, I feel for her, man. I feel for her because she probably worked hard to get her shit started. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna have to, like Cassandra said, she gonna have to figure out another way to get her stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because the people, I think unless all of the people gonna get together, they're gonna say, hey, look here, what we gonna do? We ain't buying nothing else out of Target, but we'll just buy your shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like, man, one individual ain't gonna override the whole group of black people, man. I mean, I feel for her, but I knock off right there, man.
Right. And the downfall with the whole Alabama bus boycott thing is they didn't start the plan with we're gonna have our own bus company. We're gonna get them to treat us right so we can ride on the bus comfortably, you know what I'm saying? And that was the goal that we wanted at the end of the day, I'm not saying all black people, I'm just saying like for that particular thing, that wasn't the mentality. And it was until they treat us right. So as soon as they started doing it, then they went right back on the buses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the goal should have been we're gonna get our own buses and build our own table. That's my motto. I swear. Let's build our own. Let's take your money, because I'm telling you, money is power. And once you take your money, because black folk is what makes America click. Okay, we spend money. We love to shop. Okay, we buy stuff. White folk wear stuff for 20 years. Okay, same pair of pants, 20 years, 4 days in a row. Okay, you know that. Okay, they may have 4 pair of pants, one for month, 1 week, one for second week, and then they're gonna go back to the first pair for the third week. And see what I'm saying? We make America rock, right? So if you take your money from them, where they gonna be? And black folk, we're not looking at it like that. We have to look at it like that. We have to get to the point where, okay, let's do this. You have these are avenues right here. I'm looking at the nail thing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my feet done by somebody black. I've been looking for somebody in my area, and I just found them. I looked on her website and found them. Okay, that's what I like to do. I love to support black folk. I hate to get in my money. I swear I do. I wish somebody would come up, because I like Chinese food, but I don't like their food. I don't want to spend my money with them. I wish we had a black person that could make me some Chinese food. I have to make it at home. I have to go to the store, and I can make my own, but I want to, sometimes I don't want to make my own, So I wish black folks, somebody on here, come up with a black Chinese shop, a black Chinese food, because I love Chinese food, but I just don't eat their Chinese food, because you ain't eating, you eating some other stuff. Okay, I'm just saying.
Eating dog.
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't, I'm just saying. I ain't gonna say, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I want my own. So I go there and do my own. So I just don't want to cook my own. Okay, and I'm gonna rest with that one.
Yeah, and shouts out to Matron in the building. Y'all subscribe to Matron and listen to her readings. Always definitely great. She definitely be killing it. Do a great job. All right, so we're gonna close with this one, Cassidra. I want to play this.
To protect right to carry firearms in all states. Let's read a little bit more. Representative Massey introduces National Constitutional Carry Act to protect right to carry firearms in all states. Let's read a little bit more on this. He announces the introduction of H.R. 645, the National Constitutional Carry Act. Massey's constitutional carry legislation will ensure Americans' Second Amendment right to carry firearms in public spaces protected throughout the country. Quote, I'm fortunate to live in a state where people are free to exercise their right to keep and bear arms without begging the government or paying a fee. Unfortunately, not every American enjoys the same right to carry firearms in public because some states and localities infringe upon this right through a variety of criminal.
Cassidra MD2 say he may have to open a restaurant. He makes Chinese food every week.
Woo! Come on now. I love it. I'll be your first customer.
Massey's legislation is composed of two major provisions. The first provision prohibits any state or political subdivision from imposing criminal civil penalties on eligible individuals carrying firearms in public. The second provision invalidates any existing state or local laws, statutes, regulations, or local restrictions that criminalize, penalize, or otherwise dissuade the carrying of firearms in public. In addition to covering all 50 states, H.R. 645 includes the District of Columbia, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, and other territories of the United States within its scope to ensure that residents of all U.S. jurisdictions enjoy consistent protection of their Second Amendment rights. This is why Thomas Massie is my favorite public servant, especially to such a anti-gun agenda that when actual respect for the Second Amendment shows up, sometimes people think that's going to turn into like the Wild Wild West. Quick little story. Law enforcement.
All right. So let me just play this one little part, like a minute.
So many people walking around are so.
Huh?
Did his t-shirt say anti-gun? What did his t-shirt say? Anti-gun what?
Oh, he's saying anti-gun. He's like the anti people.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the world? Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Heavily armed.
Too many guns is the problem, say the media and politicians. But Maj Touré wants more guns.
Everybody should be walking around and like, oh man, I left my gun in the house. Let me go back and get it. It should be as normal as a cell phone.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Touré started a group called Black Guns Matter.
What we said was we're going to make this demographic be the new largest gun buying demographic in America.
His group runs firearms training classes.
I love
we went around the country teaching every area. We went to every area that was violent crime and did classes. I said, hey, if you want to come learn about firearms, come on and learn. Come as you are.
I did a short video with Touré a while back, but he has other interesting things to say. And now that I know many of you actually like longer interviews, here's our full conversation, starting with
human rights that I don't have the right to defend. I'm an American. I go by the Constitution. It's not my rules, baby. Thomas Jefferson and the boys wrote this.
Well, Virginia declared it illegal for free blacks to carry any firelock.
All gun control is racist. That literally proves it.
There was less lynching where blacks owned guns.
And
That's right. But they took it for themselves.
McNangy ain't doing it.
They didn't come mess with the black folk that was armed, did they?
Exactly.
Okay. The deacons and the priests, they real.
Yeah.
They stopped hanging them niggas. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's not how you are.
It's still racist now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at the outcome. Let's take the state of California, right? Big state, big economy, a lot of taxes, but big state, big economy.
Yeah.
It's a state-issued license, right? A license to carry. If you live in Oakland, if you live in Compton, if you live in Los Angeles in general county, right? The chances of you getting a license to carry, even though the Second Amendment is clear, right, is very little. But if you live in Brentwood, if you live in Orange County, if you live in Beverly Hills, the issue rate for that license to carry goes up. Which one of those areas is more predominantly black and brown people, and which one of those areas are predominantly white folks? Now, this is not to disparage our white brothers and sisters.
Let me stop there before we
go. You already know. You already know. I mean, he right though. But didn't Reagan do the law that they couldn't because of the Black Panthers? That's why they, made it so hard in California, because the Black Panthers, was walking around armed, which white folk walk around armed all the time. I'm just saying. But you put it in their area that they can carry, but we can't. Get out of here. Don't leave home without it. I'm just saying. Make it part of your your uniform, your dress code when you leave the house.
Yeah, facts. What you think about that? And I don't know the brother, because I know it's gonna be some black person be like, oh yeah, you don't want to listen to that black dude, but I don't know. So
well, I'm gonna listen to him. Y'all can not if you want to. I'm gonna listen to him. I enjoy what he had to say.
Yeah. What you think about that, Anthony?
Yeah, it was real. It was kind of funny, but yeah, I think. I mean, okay. Well, down here we got not here in Shreveport, but in Dallas, over in Dallas, and one I think it's one in Houston too. We got a couple of black gun clubs over there.
All right, I love it.
There's a couple of. One of them they got the Huey P. Newton Gun Club.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, they got him. It's a couple of them though. I know they got one down there by in Houston. I think when my inbox brother was telling me about it. But and there are others. There are others. And what I'm saying is, look here, man. I mean, regardless of what kind of like I say, still go back to this mental thing. Because regardless of what kind of bill they pay, what kind of bill they pass, Negroes gonna carry some guns anyway. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta make sure they learn how to shoot, aim them toward the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And not toward our damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's just like this past January 1st, man. I went out and sat on my porch. I already know what was gonna happen. I sat out on the porch and I was just like, for about 10, 15 minutes, and you could just hear all the gunfire. You know what I'm saying? For New Year's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, 4K. Did I send you a video of that?
No, I ain't see it.
It might have been my guy over in Atlanta though, man. But anyway, I know I sent somebody a video. That's all you can hear them shooting, firing all the AK-47s and AR-15s and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like you said, it's 200 million guns on the street. Hell, hey, we don't need to give up our guns. White folks ain't gonna give up theirs. Ain't nobody giving up no goddamn guns. That's one thing that'll start some kind of revolution. You go after the white folks with their damn guns. But I'm just saying, no, man, we ain't ain't nobody gonna give up no damn guns. But I just still say it's still we gotta work on that mental thing with our people, man, because like we got the soldiers. We got the soldiers to fight. To fuck up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Only problem is they fucking up our shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking up the right shit. But yeah, man, hey man, look here, I don't leave home without I walk to the store, man. The store about 10 minutes, a 10-minute walk, man. I carry mine all the time. You know what I'm saying? And no, man, yeah, I mean, it ain't man. Ain't nobody giving up no damn gun, man. You keep your gun. One thing that I say that we need to do is besides just having guns and being properly trained with them, we need to train us to know how to use guns, train up our sisters to use them. You know what I'm saying? Even your kids growing up, when they come that age, you got to train them how to do it.
Yes, they train there.
You got to train them. Yeah, they train there. You see, they have a gun show annually here in Shreveport. Look here, it be them little 10, 11-year-old kids at the gun show. Man, they could disassemble an AK-47 like that there, man. And reassemble it. You know what I'm saying? They parents teach them about guns. But they always preaching to us about gun violence and about guns killing. No, guns don't kill nobody. People kill people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Guns don't do the killing. It's irresponsible people do it. Or what domestic things, whatever. But I say what I was gonna say is, okay, we need proper training in the use of the fire weapon and other arms. We also need to have more of us who have gun shops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, who own guns, because white folks say, well, we ain't selling you niggas no guns. You know what I'm saying? We need to have people that get into owning guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And having gun shops, places for us to go get guns. Because, for a while, man, they was slacking up on the bullets. You know what I'm saying? They was slacking up on the bullets. The bullets have started getting high as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? High as hell, and the Negroes started complaining, man. Yeah, they ain't have no bullets to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So we got to think about not only about the guns, but we got to think about we got to have guns, because who you gonna go to, the white man to buy some guns? Well, what you say, we ain't selling you niggas no guns no more. Now when some shit really kick off, where you gonna get your guns from? You know what I'm saying? So we need to get into that. And manufacturing, and having guns, even manufacturing guns, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know this white guy who was down here who was a gun maker, like rifles and stuff like that. You know how many of us know how to make rifles? You know what I'm saying? We got to think about stuff like that, you know. So when you think it, we got to think about everything, man. Not just I could go to the pawn shop and buy me a gun, but do I got a black man in there, a black woman in there who will sell a gun to me? When the white man say he's not gonna give you no gun. You know what I'm saying? And then and past that part, what about I mean, you got to know how to, you need to know how to manufacture your own damn weapons. Yeah, I'll knock off right there, man.
Yeah, facts. And Ross said you need to know who your enemies be. And MD2, you're welcome to say your piece. We about to get off of here, but you're welcome to come say your piece and rap when we wrapping it up. He said we have a problem with black gun ownership. We think of individual guns and not in terms of plurality. It should be arsenal ownership, right? And that's just gun, like all kinds of weapons. You know what I'm saying? You have an arsenal, but consider. So yeah, what you think about everything that we was talking about today?
Well, for right now, this topic, I love this. I mean, I think every black person in America should have their own candy bars. I'm just saying, and peanuts to go with it. I mean, just like the man said, there was less hangings when they had guns. Did you guys hear that? That means that they were defending themselves. And those crackers knew not to go to certain neighborhoods. Okay? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I think we should, always have, some type of protection. You don't, we look at the news every day. Okay, we know what's going on. So if you're still leaving out the house with nothing, shame on you. Shame on you. I'm just saying. It is 2024, yes, or 2025 now. Okay, so we should know better. Okay, so stop, acting like come on. We go to the gun range and we see more women there than we do men now. I'm like, why? Why do we see more women there than men? Men still not buying weapons? What y'all doing?
Buying dresses? No.
Okay. I'm just saying nails. Okay. Wigs. Okay. I'm just saying. Put your money, come on, you guys. Let's be smart. Okay. Let's support our sister. Okay. She is on YouTube. No, she's on YouTube. She's on TikTok too. Okay. So go up on, go and look up your sister, the Black Revolutionary, and go and support her. She's got a lot of different businesses she's connected to. Okay, I just seen one in my area that I'm going, that I've been looking for. So I'm going to try them out. Okay, we have to, if we go fuss and cuss about something, have something to replace it with. Let's stop fussing about stuff and then continue doing the same stuff over and over. That makes no sense. It's time for us. This is your time. You can create some businesses. Let's start looking around different places and seeing what business needs to be created in our communities or for Black people, and let's create them. Okay, this is the time to get in on the ground floor. Create it. You see it needs to be done, create it. You need some gun? Okay, Anthony, get you a gun, get your license. Get your license to go and buy guns. Okay, I'm just saying, there's things that we can do right now. And Michi, I think, has it on her page. Will you join her little thing for? I think I joined it for like $25 or something. But all them classes she has, I knew a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to see what she was doing. She has a lot of good stuff, and she has a place where you can go and she'll give you the information on where you can purchase your own weapon, your gun store. Okay. And I think we need to get into like flying and all this stuff. Let's stop talking about it. Let's do it. Let's create our own tables. You have a lot of inmates. Okay. I deal with inmates all the time, every day. Let's, put them to work. Let's give them somewhere to go. Let's give them something to do. Okay. So we gotta be real about this. We're trying to bring stuff to your attention to let you know, hey, we're in the 911. Let's do it different. It's time to do it different. It's time right now, even with the schools. Maybe we need to get back to, showing you some schools to be going, that you can sign your kids up at. I think we need to be out of their schools come August. You need to be winding it up and come on over here. Trump just said he giving homeschoolers, parents homeschoolers, $10,000? Ain't that what he said? Something like that, to homeschool your children. Okay, why is he doing that? Okay, get your school. They getting their children out them schools for a reason. Get yours out too. They want to teach their child all this crazy stuff. Okay, teach your child that. Mr. One little boy got slapped by a man dressed up like a woman. He called the man Mr. Lady. Mr. Lady. And the man got mad. Well, what the hell? You look like what was he supposed to call you? Got on the wig, got lipstick on. You look like a man. So what was he supposed to call you? I'm sorry. What was he supposed to call you? He called you what you look like, Mr. Lady. And the man got mad. I'm just saying. So let's think about some of this stuff. I rest.
Yeah, facts. And Ross, I remember when they flooded our neighborhoods with them talking about guns, and they knew that we did not know who our enemies were, so we kill our own brothers and sisters. Yeah, facts. And MD2 came on here. I don't know how much MD2 was heard, but yeah, I want MD2 to put his piece on everything today. Mm-hmm. So what's going on, my brother?
Thank you Thank you again for letting me speak. Yeah, Brother Forecast panel, Sister Cassidra, it's always a dream listening to you. And Brother Anthony, oh man, I can't thank you enough. I'm sitting here I got in from the gym kind of late because I'm trying to up my gains a little bit. So I only caught just probably the last half hour, 45 minutes. And because I came a little late. Well, I am kind of proud though. I'm up to over a 300-pound deadlift. I could do 350 deadlift. I'll be up to 500 by June, and that's my ultimate goal is to be able to do 500-pound deadlift and 200 with body weight. It'll be 280-pound pull up. So that's what I'm at least that by June. But I'm almost there. Brother Forecast. Thank you. Was it Fannie Lou Hamer or Ida B. Wells that said a shotgun should be at the makes a good place on the mantle of black folks or something like that? I'm paraphrasing her. My thing is like I can't wait and I won't wait for our folks to start making guns. Okay, because I was a pyro when I was a little kid, so I know how to make any kind of incendiary device. That never goes away. I can make things that'll really do a lot of damage to a lot of individuals, but I would love to see individuals, like whether it's 3D printed or what, because back in the old days, they were artisans that made their guns. It wasn't just the thing of, I got this gun and shoot. It was almost like it was a work of art. You had a lot of pride into what you made. And that's how a lot of these guns, became what they were from the old days, because it was almost like a car. Brothers go ahead, they're washing their rims. There's so much pride. It was an art to go ahead and make, firearms. And I would love to see that, the only reason I know stuff like that is because back when I was a kid, I did a lot of stuff. Like they took a lot of like metallurgy classes and foundry classes and stuff like that out of the schools, and I don't know when they did it, but it was, probably 10 years after I, was in schools. But when I was in school, there was a lot of that was happening. And that's where a lot of the artisan craft and developing, firearms, any kind of weapon, not just firearms, but any kind of weapon. It's an art. And I would love, because when we really get into stuff as African people, as black folks, we're very artistic when we really get into something that we want. And I would love to see that art, that craftsmanship, being the artistic craftsmanship into developing weapons, any kind of weapon. Because if you look at these Peckerwoods, when they make their weapons, it's an art to them, whether it's the F-35, whether it's the JDAMs, these missiles. To them, it's not just, we got this missile to go boom. They research and they spend all their time crafting the perfect weapon to go ahead and do the massive amount of damage. And that's just nature. Even animals do it. They when you see, elk over there with their antlers, that stuff, when they're fighting, it's not like, I'm just doing, I just want to go ahead and get a herd and get laid. No, they're, it's a craft, so it's like, I would love that. But when you're talking about the system, I'm sorry for being too loquacious. I've been really, really going in, and I don't know if you mentioned it earlier there, Brother Forecast, about this new AI that Chinese had. I don't know if you mentioned that, the thing that they developed over in China.
No. I was listening to your live earlier, but no, go in on it.
Oh, okay. It's called DeepSeek. Now, here's what I mean. If you really get the gist of why they did what they did, it's nothing super, groundbreaking or I mean, it is groundbreaking because they've got some holy grail stuff coming in there that is just it's outstanding. The technology they had. It literally took over $1 trillion off the market cap of United Snakes, and they only spent $5.6 million doing it. Okay, I mean, literally, they literally cracked, major indices in all the United Snakes. I mean, it's almost like seeing somebody. It's like seeing a 3-year-old go up against LeBron James. No, going up against Floyd Mayweather. But that 3-year-old, Floyd Mayweather has his, 10 ounce or 10-ounce gloves, and that 3-year-old has a lollipop, and he beats, Floyd Mayweather down to the ground. This is what China did just this last Monday. That has, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, but it's not just like promoting China. What the reason I'm saying that is I was listening to what their engineers and one of their economists said. They said this. They said, we were just getting sanctioned. We're not getting the resources from the West. It's not a two-way street. In other words, United Snakes did to them what they did to us, but they did it using technology. You can't have the etching materials for high price or high value chips. You can't do this and that. So the Chinese said, you know what? We'll just go in and do it for self. Matter of fact, that whole project is a side project. It was like a little hustle, a side project of a hedge fund that said, here's $5 million, do what you want to do, which is really nothing. It's like, come up with something. What they did is they took that $5 million and literally, I mean, it's like seeing a butterfly, beat an elephant. That's just, but the reason they did it is they said, we were marginalized, you didn't give us the technology, you didn't, we pay for this and you didn't give us that. So we took our resources by ourselves, got our little team of 200 people, which is nothing. 200 people in tech is like me having a house sitter. Okay, that's, I mean, whereas if I were to do it with like the Elons and all that, that's like me having half my neighborhood sit in my house. That's how much resource and money goes into United States as foolishness. Whereas China, they said, okay, this is our Black Wall Street. Okay, you did this to us, you did this. So we'll just get and do for self, gather our own resources with just the little money we got. And the magnitude, I mean, you're talking about something beating something over 100,000 times its size. That is what Black folks have the potential to do, but not necessarily the desire, and definitely not the will. $5.6 million. Negroes spend that yearly on rims. I mean, and knickknacks. That in and of itself, and that's just one. I mean, I know a lot of Negroes that spend that kind of money, and that's probably in a month. That's just one. Just think if Chinese, and this is what they said. They said, this is just scratching the surface. This is just a little test. This is just a joke. Can you imagine if they were serious? Okay, if they really did something, they wanted to damage these crackers. If I know they could do that, and I know our potential is 100,000 times more than Chinese, I don't know for the life of me. Maybe I'm just dreaming, but I have no idea why Africans, Black folks have not even gone in the direction of doing for self with what little resource we have. If we did what we did, we could literally destroy every one of these peckles on this planet. I'll pass the mic.
Yeah, and not only them, but everybody. And and y'all subscribe to MD2 channel. And yeah, I was listening to you live talking about it earlier. And yeah, we didn't even get into all of that, and I appreciate you coming on here. And shouts out to Anthony. He had to drop off too. So I appreciate him coming on here. And we definitely should keep this conversation going, but I know it's super late and we got to get off of here. But no, I definitely feel what you're saying, MD2, and so and I definitely appreciate you coming on here. Cassidra, you got any thoughts on what he was saying?
No, I get quiet and I listen when the men come on talking.
Yeah, it's just that we get super comfortable, and that's the truth is we just want comfortability, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that we want change or we want to change them, to accept us, right? So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities to create everything, you know what I'm saying? Your own markets you create the market first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even think that we do that, but to have your own, like when I say resources, your own form of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the only thing keeping any government like above float is you got to have more people than not willing to co-sign with that government and willing to ride with that. And the minute that slips below the margin, then that government is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that keeps this government and all probably European governments afloat is melanated people. So we are doing, but I will say this though, because I'm not gonna say we doing. I'm gonna say the children born tomorrow have a better opportunity than the children that was born today, because more Black people is talking about we need to do something than ever before, and I'm happy about that part. So I will say that. So MD2, you want to say any last words?
You said it best. Below the margins. If enough individuals don't have confidence in themselves, they'll have confidence in someone else, and that'll, again, the margins will change. When we start having more confidence in ourselves, there will be no need, and conversations like this won't even matter. We'll be so involved in doing the things that we want to conquer, creating things, inventing things, buying from one another, supporting one another, even, instead of beefing, laughing with one another. It's all about who do you really have confidence in, and that's your frame of reference. Wherever you put the mass amount of your confidence is your frame of reference. Once that changes, everything changes. Thank you there, Brother Forecast, and it's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, facts. And like I said, y'all subscribe to MG2 when he come on. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna come on either later or tomorrow, and break it down, because he be calling all of this stuff before it happens. So, and Cassidra, you want to say anything else? Y'all support Cassidra and Rome in the Bush and her organization and everything she's doing, because she's actually putting in work, while the people who be mad at her and I'm surprised they didn't come on here crying today, Cassidra. I thought they was going because I don't know why they be at you, Cassidra. I don't know what's going on with that.
They know we don't care. They know we don't care. It's time for us to do what we need to do. I don't care. People gonna say what they want to say. They're gonna do what they want to do, but you won't be able to say that you didn't know, because we are here educating our own. I'm trying to get us motivated to do for self, to support our own. If you mad about that orange man over there, come on and support your own. We gave you, we give you ways to do it. So why care about what somebody else is doing that you can't control? Do what you can do to control your situation. We are the ones that hold up America. We spend our money, come on. We don't hold our money. We make the world go round. Black folk, they know that. So just think how much power you have. They know how much power we have. We just don't know it. What's it going to take for us to understand how much power we possess and walk in what we walk in, walk in our authority, walk and build in our own tables? I'm just saying, it's time. This is our time. Whatever you want, you go after it. You build it. This is your time, Black folk. This is our time. What is it that you have been wanting to do? Step out and do it, and I guarantee you it'll be successful. And I'll rest with that.
Yeah, and real quick, because MG2, you said it earlier too, and Cassidra just said it, and I agree with both of y'all said it, that if you don't like Donald Trump and what he's doing and all of that stuff, then do something. That's the point. Do something about it. Like MG2, do something about it. Which, you got something to say, like, just real quick about that?
Yeah, I call it #GSD. Get ish done. Anytime that something, like I say, Donald Trump to me is like the best opportunity that we've ever had, probably at least in modern times, because the more and more my competitor or my enemy tries to sanction me, especially after Monday, the more and more I know that one, they're scared, they're running, and they're desperate. And two, my resources means that I can conquer. China knew that the United States was scared and desperate. Stock valuations of NVIDIA, TSM, ASML, and all those were going through the roof. And they, and the more and more they got desperate, we're going to sanction China. We're going to Taiwan. We've got, hub and spoke military, everything they can do. China just sat back and said, okay, cool. They again, when your enemy is desperate, they become a wild animal. And that's what happens. So the more and more that Trump does, whether it's, federal freezes, whether it's, they're just going buck wild. That shows me not only are they desperate, but they're going to start eating each other. And my thing is like, save me a little bit so I can cut some throats. Don't kill each other yet. Let me get on it so I can go ahead and put some knives in somebody's backs. The thing is Black folks, when you have confidence in yourself, whatever the Trumps and everybody else does is nothing more than an opportunity. We should be loving this. We should be having, celebrations every day. Instead of Black Awareness Month, it's called Trump Awareness Month. Why? Because we're aware that they're so desperate, so scared, and they're socio-psychopaths fixing to go ahead and cut each other's throats. And I'm sitting here eating popcorn, just watching it happen. Thank you again.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And shouts out to MD2 for coming on here. Shouts out to Rolf for being in the building. Shouts out to Matron. Shouts out to Anthony who was in the building. I appreciate you. Shouts out to Maurice Muhammad. And y'all definitely subscribe to him and check out the lives. Cassidra will be on there too. What day y'all be live, Cassidra? Saturdays and
we do Sundays at 4 o'clock.
Sundays at 4 o'clock.
Maurice Muhammad's channel.
Yeah, so y'all subscribe to that one and y'all listen to that. And Cassidra will be having to check a lot of people sometimes.
Don't always. Well, thank you for the opportunity, Forecast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna apologize to y'all. And y'all can get definitely, because I know it's late. Because my last words might be a little bit long, but I think it's necessary. So I understand if y'all get off, because I'm gonna go off right after this. But it's necessary for this to be the last word. So my apologies for this, but this is it.
Here where culture is a weapon. All right? The poem is called, the poem is by Taimbe Jess. And the poem is, when niggas love revolution like they love the bulls. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, youth will wear red, black, and green patches over the emblems on their starter jackets. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, brothers will gather regularly at barbershops and corner stops to discuss George Jackson and to discuss the handbook of revolutionary warfare and people's war before they go home to take care of their children each night. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, playground basketball courts will become military training grounds where we learn to shoot guns at the enemy and not baskets for bets. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will spend hours and hours watching our children grow into soldiers and not basketball players. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will know CIA stats, FBI stats, infant mortality stats, police brutality stats, political prisoners and prisoners of war, and literacy training techniques like we know Paxson's shoe size or Shaq's shoe size, or the way we know Rodman or Pippen's rebounds or Grant's salary and all the intimate details of Michael's last gambling spree. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will be able to ask any youth on the street, who is Sundiata Acoli? Who is Assata Shakur? Who is Sekou Odinga? Who is Ruchell McGee and Jonathan Jackson? You will be able to ask, who is Matula Shakur? Who is Queen Mother Moore? And they will be able to tell you without skipping a beat. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will go on to ask them about Michael Jordan, and they will say, who? When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, masses of us will go down to tear up Carolina coroner and his office to find out what really happened to James Jordan instead of waiting on the word of newspapers and sheriff's offices. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, we will show up in Washington, D.C. with the Million Man March with our God and with our guns. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, they will start to seriously wonder why one Negro putting a brown ball through a white net makes more money in one season than they will make in an entire lifetime, and do something about it. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, you will see Phil Jackson running up and down an empty court minutes before game time screaming, "Where are my niggas? Where are my niggas? Where are my niggas?" as the niggas leave the stadium to go build liberation schools in their community. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, all niggas will refuse to shoot ball with the president with or without their dashikis on. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, will become associated with the sound that CIA agents, snitches, rats, and agent provocateurs who join our organizations and work against the legitimate aspirations of our people who yearn to breathe free, drug dealers and others will make when they are thrown gracefully face first into open manholes. Whoosh. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, Nike will no longer be able to sell $160 basketball shoes in the black community because we would rather spend the money on liberation and revolution. Thank you. When niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, they will love it more than chitlins, more than All My Children, more than Jerry Curls, more than permanence, more than Cadillacs and Mercedes-Benz and Rolls-Royces and BMWs, cause when niggas love revolution like they love the bulls, when niggas love their family like they love the bulls, when niggas love their children like they love the bulls, when niggas love to be free like they love the bulls, when niggas love struggle like they love the bulls, when niggas love dignity like they love the bulls, when niggas love niggas like they love the bulls, we will become black people and all the bullshit will hit the fan.
Yeah, facts. You know, the only problem is though, when N-word stop loving the Bulls, we start loving the Chiefs and the Redskins and the Eagles and all the rest of them. So, but I appreciate y'all for listening. And as always, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.